Bringer, he's dead once, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment, and all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out. Get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, Blink, Dragon Tail stun. Gara's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to bite Samel. The Cogs Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme, gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone, no buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna, hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage, F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder by once again. The Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with a Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the dieback on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Mirana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo Slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the spirit cypher coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole from the long ground onto to 3. Step as well as number 1 are going to get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
There's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the Rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook, got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Thank you, man. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Denny. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead for IG.
That Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment, and all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money, and that for me is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item, but in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Sumail, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Gara's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to bite Sumail. The Colts burn bought them a little bit of extra time, and with Sumail down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see. CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! It's a disaster! DDC! They're gonna get wide from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samael is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Ame. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification is delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder by once again. The Sunder switches the life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up to the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the dieback on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Miranda. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the spirit type coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Zep as well as M1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me? From the low ground.
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showed looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Shower pops the refresher. Not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tong Fu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Na'Vi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven. Turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dandy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead for
5
IG.
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's light of heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment, and all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Fish and Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money, and that for me is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item, but in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to fight Samel. The Cogs Burn bought them a little bit of extra time, and with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! Into the disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out for the Wombo combo! Perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses! And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the Aegis of the Immortal. OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawkshot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification is delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback
is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder by once again. The Sunder switches to life. Army's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a Dagon Army, but no! Thunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here. Look, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the best bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the long ground, on to 3, Step as well as number 1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher down enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. And there it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it. Going to be telekinesis back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook. Got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi's down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
the game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dandy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 4
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Amber Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the Yules! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The Stolen Fish and Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
That this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money, and that for me is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item, but in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna bites Samel. The Cogs burn bought them a little bit of extra time, and with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal.
OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a love, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with the Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down. down, but ES is up where the Echo slam.
Oh, there it is!
Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Sep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the long ground, on to 3, Sep as well as NM1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage, can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early, aggressive blinks in, pops the rage as well, still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the silver edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get off the Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to
the series. There's no other way around it.
Well, more than a Brazilian, Bowie, 5 Brazilians. All right, let's jump in. We've got game number 1, draft ready to rock and roll. Let's see it. And it's a puck ban. So, remember, gentlemen, there was a patch that came out. Something else we need to make note of.
Oh, my goodness.
28C.
Dude, don't even get me started on this patch, man. I am not happy about this. I am not happy about this.
I think we're not alone in that analysis. Frustrated that changes are being made this close to the end of the league when a lot of teams are in this delicate, fragile state. 1 series loss and you're done. Yeah, frustrating to have to play against different stuff. But maybe Nyx Assassin, a hero we won't see quite at the same priority. Puck, also victim of a couple of little micro bans. Tweaks, rather, not bans.
The Bat Rider.
Nerfs. And the ban was bad.
Do you think it was bad who got hit the hardest?
Sticky Napalm deals 50% less damage to all creeps. That's pretty big.
I don't know if that's that bad necessarily. Like, of course it's bad, but like I think a lot of the bat stuff still functions normally.
It's just that, like, he split pushed so well. Like, he was so fast at split pushing that it was really hard. Like, the counters you would see were usually like the Storm and the Puck that could like instantly jump him. Yeah. Now it takes much longer for him to split side lanes, and I think that makes him way more gankable, even if you go for the Boots of Travel build. But his lane is still pretty strong, for sure.
I mean, he did dip. If you want the raw numbers, he dropped 2.4%, or sorry, 2.7%. Ouch. That's pretty rough. That's a very significant single day drop.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Ricky also getting some nerfs.
And that's a win rate, obviously, just to be clear.
Okay. Wow, an early death profit for SG. Some flex here. You're mid, you're 3. Unknown.
I like that. I'm into that. Kind of the same thing with the Mars 2 a little bit, but you know, where's the 5 death profit? Speaking of things that also were in Europe and we still never saw. I don't think we got a game of support death profit here, did we? They were basically just doing the exact same thing that we do with Viper. It was like identical. Like they just first phase it, and then it either ends up as 5 or the mid, depending on how good it is for the game.
I mean, maybe SG have done some research here, Trent. You never know.
Well, they're supposed to pick OD,
aren't they? Coach, so that you know, the draft is already pretty different. I don't think they were banning Anch or Spirit Bowie, do we know who the
first
coach
phase.
is? Are we allowed to say? Has it been announced?
Oh,
is it?
Yeah, so he's a Romanian player. He's friends with Immortal Faith. His name is Vlad, actually. He's a friend of mine.
A Romanian named Vlad? Get the hell out of here.
Yes. he is a Romanian named Vlad. And
that is funny though, because like Trent, you mentioned that as a European strat. I wonder if having a coach from a different region might actually display some big drafting differences here, because the meta is pretty different.
All I'll say is 5 Death Prophet is, I don't think something you just throw onto your position 5 player.
No, but still, I mean, this is already a wildly different opener than what we've seen from them in the past, so it is food for thought.
All right.
This is,
and you get the Beastmaster, which they have a 100% win rate with, so that's always pretty scary. It's reminding me of our general mantra of keep it simple, stupid. Death Prophet Beastmaster. I wonder what they're going to do, you know? Strong heroes, strong at what they do.
Some towers maybe? A Roshan, perhaps?
Quite true. Maybe some auras, bit of armor, you know? Wonderful stuff.
Has Mars's stock risen now with this patch because he wasn't touched at all? He was already pretty good. Is this an unknown thing, or are we just going to start seeing a little more Mars priority?
Well, do you like playing against Batrider and Puck? If the answer is no, then your win rate went up a little bit, which his did.
Okay.
So there you go. That's
just
the math,
buddy. There you go.
Yeah. I think Viper is the same story, right? Because now you have less breaks available, and Viper is one of the few that are still, I guess, viable in this patch. Yeah, I have to say that one caught me off guard. I did not think they would remove the break from Vendetta, because it was just such a random, nothing anyway.
Yeah. I will say, I was that guy last night in a pub. I didn't read the patch notes that clearly. Bristle on the other team, Nick's on our team, and I literally said, thank God we've got the break for Bristle back. I got roasted.
Womp womp.
It was always weird, though. I never liked that being added to Nyx's ult, and I'm not sad that it's gone. It seemed like a very random, just, this guy needs something. Let's give him one of the rarer, more unique mechanics.
Well, I liked one part, and that was that in the late game against, because a lot of the heroes that rely on their passives are like, well, I specifically Bristle, he'll also like ignore BKB. So then you could actually blink stun as Nyx, because he's not going to BKB in time. And then you could ult to break him, which was kind of cool, you know?
I mean, it came in handy occasionally, but it just didn't... Was there ever a time where somebody picked Nyx for the break? I don't think so.
I don't think you pick it for the break, but you
just a little nice to
dissuade people on getting, you know, your Bristlebacks and like other heroes that
That's a good point.
Destroyed by you. Yeah.
It's just one more advantage that he has in the draft when he has that extra thing. So that's fair.
Make a PA sad. Speaking of which, she's still in, and I see a lot of right clickers heading out too. They take the Wraith King here, one of the best heroes Costa Bill has in this patch. Has a 75% win rate with it. Pretty much every other hero he played, they didn't really get good results. So they do take that out even after the nerfs. Has he played Terrorblade lately, or we just keep thinking about his Terrorblade? He did play a Terrorblade game. I think they lost. I think they did two Terrorblade games maybe. They won one and lost one. That's always his hero that I think of. Right now, all I can think of is ABBA for their team. I don't know. I see Mars, Mirana. The shield's really good. You got Beastmaster, Death Prophet. It's hard to squeeze in, but man, if they want to play some ABBA Dota, I am in. Oracle is open too. Can always, even if you don't dispel the stun, you can always prevent that magic damage from the arena. And you have Death Prophet, so Oracle's like a love that combo pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see Oracle right now, honestly. Yeah, I think it's pretty correct.
Veno pops out. I mean, you could go Oracle Ursa, something like that could be just fine.
Wow. I am not a fan of Mars Mirana. You know, like, technically, you're like, oh yeah, they have so much lockdown in the lane. But I always feel like it doesn't translate that much to the mid game. Like, I didn't see Mars Mirana dominating as you would think it does. You know, it's not like Mirana Ember, or because Ember is mobile by itself, right? And Mars needs to either farm like U-Scepter or Blink. It always feels like it doesn't really hit that well for me.
Right.
True. They are taking their time here.
Yeah, considering their options. This is the toughest pick of the draft here.
Oh, right, cool. What else is good with Beastmaster in lane? If we're thinking of 4, what do we like? I think Tusk is pretty decent. Tusk save is nice versus Mars Mirana, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit's first phase banned though, sad.
Oh yeah. I still like him though.
Beastmaster Rubik. Okay. Quality heroes.
Yeah.
Doesn't really give anything away.
No issues.
Good lane with the Beastmaster. They don't know anything about the lane they're going into, but it's Beastmaster Rubik, so. And you've already banned the Ench.
Feels really hard to fight into it, right? You have the superior attack speed that you remove the damage away.
5 seconds remain.
Stealing Spear is really good. Stealing Arrow, too.
I feel like they're gonna Undying or CM or something. Oh.
Wow.
They weren't the ones playing the 5 Enigma, were they?
No, it was not them, but KJ was playing a lot of Enigma 5. I actually didn't bring it up, but he played a ton of Enigma 5, and I've heard from multiple pro players that Enigma 5 is aka broken.
Yeah, I've heard the same. I think this is probably 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes sense, right? Like, think about how you used to play Enigma, and it's just, you can basically do the same thing again. Sorry, think about playing Lich. You're basically just 5 Lich.
Oh, right.
Like,
the old demonic conversion.
Equilibrium. I think like the best part about it is that you can either range creep and then you can pull. And since you don't have that range creep doing damage, a single pull pretty much denies the whole wave. So
and plus you can be denying them the whole time with the Eidolons. So it definitely will deny it.
Oh, the Ursa you mentioned, Irene?
Yeah, Veno ban, the key tell.
Usually I don't like him that much into Enigma because like the stash resistance doesn't help you, but you don't really have to worry about that, I guess, because it's position 5, so he's not really going to be off like huge black holes.
Yeah. And you do
I think Ursa just matches the tempo they like. You got this Death Prophet Beastmaster, play fast. It's like the Ursa Jug, like that kind of category of carries. Obviously the Jug's banned, so.
I actually think they're gonna 5 this Prophet because it feels really bad to last speed your 5, right? Feel like they might just play this as a 5 DP.
And they hit him with the Vipes. You ban the Veno. I guess you have to assume this could be coming.
Yeah, with Rubik, you got a nice steal, right? Picking Rubik. Yeah, oh yeah, that's changed now, huh?
I think you take the Batrider out now, right? Because if this Mars is gonna be middle.
What were you saying, Chainsaw? Sorry.
Isn't Rubik good against Viper? Like, don't you just
very good
another toxin?
Viper. Yes,
he's
very good.
Yes, he's
you pick
extremely
Viper
good
to counter the Ursa, but there's already a Rubik. I feel like
it's still a good trade-off, I think, in the end. I mean, it's kind of like they picked Enigma to Beastmaster in some ways, but
yeah,
you know, I think overall,
well, but like they picked the Rubik also. I guess they didn't pick it into the Enigma, but you just picked Enigma Viper into Rubik.
Yes.
If I were SG, I'd be feeling pretty solid about my position 4 right now.
100%.
But it feels greedy, but it's their game plan, and I think this Enigma is not going to be like your standard Black Hole Enigma, so it doesn't get counter as much against the Rubik.
He's going to be like that No-Tail Enigma that just gave it away like 6 times in a row that game. Just like kept Black Hole like...
Did you guys see the Roche? The Roche play?
I just watched that like half an hour ago, and I was very confused.
Man, that was beautiful.
Didn't they? They lost that game, I guess, huh?
Yeah, they lost.
And they were like way up. Wow. Yikes. And like Liquid had to win that, I think, too, to have a chance.
Yeah.
I think that keeps them in the hunt up there. Now that we've stolen some of their European heroes, we'll tell you about what's going on up there. Just for you guys. And surprise, surprise, spoiler alert, Secret got first, guys.
Wow.
They haven't even finished their last game.
Predicted that.
Riggs turn to ban.
All right,
and
so
the Bat Rider. There you go.
I mean, they take the Invoker Bat Rider, so they definitely. I mean, they're thinking about playing Mars mid, and they think this DP is going to be a 5. So what is the mid hero here for? I guess they're probably just going to counter pick based on unknowns. 5th
probably
pick you have last.
Probably Lina.
Oh, the
Deuce. All right. I mean, they need something.
Alk is open, right? But Alk into Beastmaster Ursa seems super scary.
Yeah, the lane I think is the rough part here too. I really wish
they
they
could even send the Ursa to the Alk lane if they do go Alk. Just crush him. I guess even Beastmaster crushes him too.
Bring back the Nuna.
This is a tough call.
Not HFN.
Monkey is like, eh.
I think you're PL, right?
Morphling? PL? Yeah.
I think
Any
Yao
Morph
and
players?
then-
Double Midnight Pulse. Pog.
Ah, that's actually pretty strong.
Nah, they'll take a
Monkey
Okay.
King. They keep it pretty classic.
It fits the tempo of like they need another hero that can play with them. They can't get away with like a Spectre or something here, right? It's just gonna
A lot
be
of
too
circles.
slow.
Yeah, very much on this team fight.
That is a lot of circles. We got like 3 circle ultimates, and then we also have the Nether Toxin that's going to be mixed in there too. So,
wow,
passives be gone. What happened?
Yeah.
Did Timber just get ignored this whole draft? By the way,
He did. He did.
But there is a Viper, so
yeah. No, I was just thinking.
So we're looking for a 5, right? Unless it's a DP switcheroo. I'm still looking at Oracle like, okay, yeah, let's go.
They could Venge. Swap the Enigma, swap the Monkey King out. God, if that hero wasn't so dead. But yeah, thank goodness.
They go for the Oracle. All right.
So I think they probably did have this idea of like, okay, if we have to, we can put the Death Prophet 5. And then in the end, it was just like, Death Prophet's still really good here, guys. Like, it's either that or you pick Lina, right? Versus the Viper. That's pretty much your 2 options.
exactly. I like this. I feel like the Oracle versus Enigma is a really good response. You do have a lot of push actually coming from SG. Unknown, they're liking heavily on it. They have Yadomi, but he's gonna be a 5. Probably will not have money for like Necronomicon and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go with SG here. I feel like they just have it easier for them. They have strong lanes and they have a lot of push.
Agreed.
It's just much easier. If this goes late though, Unknown gets really scary because of that. Eventually that 5 Enigma will have Blink BKB, and then that's a whole different game.
Oh, they got Rubik at Beastmaster. It's fine.
True.
I actually don't see this game going that well for Unknown. They really need to snowball hard, just like score a bunch of kills, or this game's gonna be real hard.
I'm ready to see Theo pop off on this Rubik. Primed for a good game. They were saving that Oracle all the way through. A lot of synergy. Yeah. That's
gonna be
3 for
bloody.
SG. We'll see, though. I'm ready for a good game here. Another big series, and we're ready to dive into it. We've got 2 commentators that you'll probably recognize. Gary, are you jumping on this SG train as well? I know how much you like to jump aboard the favorites.
Come on now. The other night I was rooting for Mad Kings, getting onto that storyline. Come on, let me have one. I do like SG.
know you
draft,
best.
I'm actually leaning towards Unknown. Like, sure, SG have a lot of push here, Theban, the DP, the Beastmaster, and they've got Rubik against this Enigma and all that stuff, but when you're pushing towers against Mars ulti, Moonlight Shadow, against this Black Hole, against Viper and Monkey, who are pretty good in lane stage, it can cause problems, can't it?
The problem there is that you're relying on your defense to make you succeed in the game, where we've learned throughout these games and in Dota that a good offense is what makes a good defense. So if you're not able to make aggressive plays and then take objectives through that, you're gonna always be playing from behind in this game. And I think SG's draft just has that element of aggressiveness and tower taking that will put them ahead in this draft, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, they can be the ones to make that first step. And having that last pick Oracle feels real nice as well. The backup plan, always that fail-safe to bail out your DP, your Ursa, when they do get caught in these big teamfight ultis.
Let's not forget that the Beastmaster, this was something that SG is pretty much unbeatable with, right? Like throughout all the games that we've seen in this DPC, there's a one hero that people started to just pretty much straight up ban out because they were winning games in like 20-some minutes whenever they got this hero.
Yeah, I think Bo3 said they are actually undefeated on it. 100% win rate.
Yeah.
King RD, absolute god on that Beastmaster. He's got the Necrobook queued up. There's no raindrops, there's no bracer, nothing in there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, a good Beastmaster knows you don't buy anything but Necrobook. Anything but Necrobook, that's it. Even the fastest Necrobook timing, I think it was by S4, and he did that a couple of weeks ago. And he just went belt Quelling Blade.
Oh,
and
really?
then he asked his teammate to pull him tangles. Yes. He didn't buy any tangles even.
What?
He just asked his teammate to pull tangles and he just rushed Necrobook. He had it at like 5 minutes.
That's nutty. Oh man.
Yeah. That's how you play That's how you play Beastmaster. There's no other way. There's no raindrop, no boots, no bracer, all this junk.
Magic stick.
You want to buy.
Yeah, garbage. Go straight
Magic
into
stick,
it.
there's an argument you can make for that depending on who you're lane against, but that's probably the best item you're gonna buy.
Restored.
Man, he's gonna be laning up with that CEO Rubik up up as well, spying across the river there. Some beautiful shots of that Roshan pit. I do love this observer. So Monkey King up top, going to be with that Hos 5 Enigma, and Enigma against Beastmaster, you know, very similar to the kind of Chen and Chantress. You're able to kill off the board, right? So you can mitigate some of that early potential from King Ao, and he's gone Axe's level 1.
Yeah, we've seen this a little bit. The Axe is just using that to harass and secure creeps. With it, you trade quite well. I think he also just cut down some trees so that the Monkey King won't be able to. Yeah, he gets some good vision there. What you do against this Enigma is you want the position 4 to be going behind the towers and soaking the XP when the Enigma is denying the creeps. It's like look what Theo's doing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. You want to get at least that little bit of XP there, or else like you're just gonna lose all of it. Very important. Very, very important. And this hero is incredible position 5. So do you know what the build is?
On the Enigma?
Yeah.
Do you go Arcane Boots into Blink?
No, a skill build.
Oh, a skill build? I'm not sure. What do you get up to?
What, Gary? You just keep level 1. You just keep level 1 of the islands. That's it. And you just max out everything else. Yep, you max out stun, you max out Midnight Pulse, and then you just run around and you just cast your spells. So you know what it's a lot like? Trent said it perfectly, right? It's like the old Lich, but in modern day, I would say it's like a Crystal Maiden, pretty much. You just run in, you cast both your skills, and then you get out. And then you go back in, you do the same thing again.
And keep poking and prodding. Do you think maybe he's worried this game about the lack of push? That was also brought up by the panel. They don't really have a great amount of tower shove. Would you maybe consider going an extra point or a couple in the Eidolons, or do you really want to set yourself into that build?
I think if you to the Eidolon, what happened here, boys? Oh, Viper level 2.
That is also a kill on the Mirana. KJ turns it, but Viper's dived this tier 1.
Got a mango.
And wants the double. Oh, KJ, see you later, buddy. Drakeel and Widge. Already stamping their mark on that bot lane.
Yeah, the double mangoes just going at it. I mean, they were not level 2 yet on this Oracle and the Ursa, which was a huge problem. If they have 8 seedings, I don't think they're ever going to be able to kill this Ursa, but I'm not sure he's going to skill that up anyway. You're going to go for your Purifying Flames, right?
Yeah. And Drakeel just TP's back to the tier 1, so he's immediately back in that lane.
Yep.
XG, Coast Ability's cracked level 2 now. Oracle comes back in, but Mirana's going to return. Leaping forward back into battle as they try and burst Drakeel down. And Arrow's going to slide straight across the front of them. Hold them back. And a bit of regen there shared across to the Viper as well. Another couple of mangoes, got his stick. Doesn't have another salve though, so HP's a bit of a sticking point for him. And in that mid lane, DP up against the Mars. RoboZ against Adriano. Mars at 35, already securing a pretty good lead CS-wise.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a favorable lane for the Death Prophet. He did go for the level 2 into the Crypt Storm here. It looks like he's having a hard time last hitting against Mars, because typically you'll see the Siphon getting skill up and just constantly draining the Mars, getting your HP back. So RoboZ has doing very, very well for himself in this mid lane then.
Yeah, already got his bottle as well.
What server are we playing on this game?
I believe it's Peru, but I'm not 100% sure.
Peru, okay, so it is Peru server, so maybe a little bit of a disadvantage here for ADR, and that's just going on.
Yeah, definitely could be. But I guess the first couple of levels, melee attack animation, all that.
Oh yeah.
Now the double nulls.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. Double nulls for Adriano is going to make things much more challenging for the Mars in that mid lane. I mean, well, up top, Monkey King, as we expected, struggling a bit against this King Ao and Theo dual lane. Does have a wave under his tower, but constantly being pressured. But they're always going to be able to farm under this tower because the Enigma's dragging that wave back. Oh, he was spamming over and over again. And it looks like Beastmaster shifts back into the boars.
The next most important thing though as an Enigma is you need to block that big camp, and I'm not sure if that was already dewarded here because there is a pull coming out from Radiant.
Yeah, totally go on the King Ao. They've got this Boundless Strike as well. It's a lot of damage onto the Beastmaster. One more hit from the Monkey. He's always got a Fairy Fly. He's all right. Back under his tower, and yeah, Rubik, what's he looking for? That stack and the rune.
Yeah, it's very classic.
He's going to get that first.
The offlaner.
Absolutely classic. Spawns bottom for the Oracle to find a regen rune. Steals it away from Widge. Does get cancelled out pretty much immediately. But there we have it, the classic 4 heroes mid lane.
Yep.
5,
the Rubik
I
goes
guess,
mid,
Mirana counted.
the Beastmaster gets jumped up, right? Because the Rubik's going mid for the rune, and then none of the mid laners get the rune anymore. I love how Dota has developed into that, Gary, where the mid laners just don't get runes anymore, because either the supports are the ones picking it up from both sides.
Mid laners will relinquish to their runes. Enigma playing in an interesting position there, very forward onto the Rubik. Yadomi gets up into the triangle, so forcing the TP of Theo. I thought maybe that was him playing towards the bounty rune time, but that's another 15 seconds away. So I guess Yadomi there scouting for stacks, looking for what the Rubik's been up to while he has been off map for quite a while. And Kostabil doing a similar job down bottom, trying to press forward and bully back this Mirana Viper away from the bounty rune. Well, forced Drakeel out of there. KJ is level 3, and we know that level 2 Purifying Flames is a substantial amount of magic damage in this early laning stage.
Yeah. It's alright.
Incredibly afraid of it.
The worst part for Viper is definitely when you get the Fate's Edict. And, like, to be honest, if I see Viper versus Oracle matchup, if you're the Viper, you should be crying. This is the worst hero that you could possibly play into in the mid and the late game.
Sack time, so all your damage over time just gets muted. Nice little...
Yeah, magic damage too.
Yeah. Holds back by KJ. Get the Ursa out of there. He's got his Ring of Hell to keep that sustain going. As we've seen many a time, Battle Fury Ursa are going to be coming. Get that farm and acceleration for the little teddy bear. What do we expect from Burner's Monkey King though? Because we've seen a lot of different item builds on him, right? The Ags, the Maelstrom, the Battle Fury. Does he want to try and match the Ursa, or is it going to be more tempo from the Monkey?
I think he's going to go Maelstrom. He has to get something that will allow him to fight earlier in the game, and with his Wukongs, he has to be joining up early on. You go for the Battle Fury, I think it's going to be too slow.
It very well could be. I mean, you want to be playing along with this kind of timing around the ultimates, especially of these dire heroes. He's going to get dragged back into the double boars. Can't get rid of them. Burner moving forward onto King Owl with a Boundless Strike. A big old whack there. Yep. Decent trade for the Monkey King for sure, and he's going to force Theo here out of lane.
Yeah, check his item. Check his skill build. 303 on Monkey.
Oh, the Master catching out inside of it. A lot of TPs. In comes Yadomi and Widge to secure the kill on that mid DP.
Run like the dog.
Didn't get the spear, but it didn't really matter. There was so much damage there with these two. And that was TP without her Exo, so hopefully she will be TPing somewhere and popping her Exo and taking a tier 1 tower. I don't think mid is going to be that lane. Mars just constantly shoving it out. But if you go to the Beastmaster lane, you can definitely do that.
Oh, I was really hoping there. Beastmaster has like almost enough money for Necrobook. If DP waited like 2 or 3 seconds, could have brought out that little belt, TP top, and then had the Necro with the Exorcism and really timed that push. But it looks like they're going to try and play faster anyway. Exactly.
But you're right. I mean, getting that Necro in there would have been so good. But he doesn't have the roar anyway, so.
And they'll go for it anyway, forcing Wukongs, but under all the ghost, Burner.
He's so dead.
He's being destroyed, missing the Boundless Strike as well.
Dodges.
So the DP clears him up. They have rotated the Mars and Mirana up here, so potentially catching Theo on his retreat with that one final spear. So tower defended. Oracle's also found himself in this top lane fight. DP Exo still going for another, 10 odd seconds? One boar up for the Beastmaster, another one in a second, and he does have Raw now. Gonna go in onto that Enigma. That's half HP within a matter of seconds. The Starstorm coming out to return damage, and it actually survived on the He doesn't fall, and they've got another arena. It's on a spear. Robo-Z onto Adriano. They've got another Starstorm ready, trying to go onto the KJ Oracle with a nice arrow, and Viper making himself known in the top lane, giving Robo-Z a killing spree.
Well, they defend the tower. They get 2 kills. But I will say the big winner here is still going to be the Ursa. and the Rubik, who got a bunch of XP while just chilling bottom. So if they got the kill on the Enigma, okay, maybe it's a little bit better, but regardless, SG, I don't think they're gonna be too upset with what just happened. They did get the monkey kill after all.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's the kind of situation that I was kind of considering as the game started, right? And you mentioned that defense against offense. Like Unknown, yes, they win the fight, they defend the tower, but they're bringing so many heroes there to do it. Overall, map control and efficiency kind of goes down the drain.
Definitely. And now we got the Necro Book from the Beastmaster. It's finally here. He's popped it. It's gonna push his lane out. Marana, though, that's a pretty good hero against the Necro Book. Scary.
Just arrow them?
One shot. Yeah, just arrow them. It's always fun.
Oh, you're pretty much guaranteed to get something, right? It's either Necro Book or a boar or one of the summons in that little clump of units that King Ao has. Yeah. Adriana's even come up top for a second time. Oracle blocks 3 arrows. So never mind what I said. You're not guaranteed anything if KJ stands in your way. DP another 10 seconds on the Exo, doesn't need to use it because the tower's already gone, and this is where they can, like you say, kind of shift systematically from objective to objective. Top's done, move into mid, clear that up, and create a nice bit of space top for that Ursa to continue farming.
Yeah. They do have a little bit of a network problem though on the side of SG, but that would slowly be brought back into their favor once they continue to farm this lucrative part of the map top. Enigma is bottom with the Viper. This is not something you can defend, but I would love to see SG just making some kind of a play middle right now instead of just farming.
Yeah, get that Exo going. Gets in there, treads double null, pretty tanky DP. Gets up onto the high ground. Robo's in which...
Yeah. They're so scared. It's like a DD level 9 Mars. That does a lot of damage right now.
But again, it's that forcing of the hand, right? You look at top, like sure enough, you come into mid with 2-3 heroes, you defend it, you force SG back, but Beastmaster is on your tier 2, farming jungle camps at the same time.
Finishes Necro 2 now. It feels like he just had his Necro 1. He's already got his Necro 2.
Yeah, tower gold is a wonderful thing.
This is a build right there. Look at that. Calling it just like even that one branch. No, one branch. Okay.
One casual branch.
Yeah.
Theo walks straight into the Marana. Mars spear clips him. Arrow.
Oh, see.
They're dodged.
Yep.
Pretty close one. But it constantly feels like this reactive play from Unknown, and they're going to try and break the mold with a smoke with their Enigma and this Viper. Heading down to the bottom jungle. Level 8 Ursa, Costabile is farming there. He's about a sword away. One claymore off of that Battle Fury, but Monkey King across the canopy to block them tree to tree, and they do. That's a reach time, though. He's tanked this up, and he's got the Fourth Promise behind him. So to save from KJ, getting Costabile out of there, he's going to TP back to Fountain. He saved the sound.
That's a lot of damage.
2 huge ultis wasted.
Oh, he's good.
He's fine. RoboZ in the meantime in the mid lane does take down Theo with that arena, TPing the Viper back here. And this Adriano DP did get the ghosts going. So Exorcism for the second time used without an objective being claimed, but again forcing Unknown to react to every movement SG makes.
Yersa was in the base healing during this time, so he wasn't able to get too much space from whatever occurred. But I mean, I will say Unknown is doing a really good job in this game, Gary. Because not only do they get the stops, but they go right back at it. Go to the tier 1 tower and apply their own pressure while the monkey is farming bottom.
Yeah, what does Burner have? He's going Battle Fury and he's not too far off it, about 600 until he's finished.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually farmed at a really fast pace in this game. 6k net worth already. And all of a sudden, going Battle Fury doesn't seem so bad anymore, Gary.
Yeah, he had that one death top and he was like, I'm going jungle, guys. See, I'm going to keep on farming until I hit my first item. There's a Viper strike out from Rubik.
Ursa has finally moved towards the top part of the map. He's like, alright, Beastmaster buddy, you've had this for long enough. Let me get some of this good stuff right here.
Give me the safe farm, please. It's all mine. It's going to be such a struggle to actually keep going in this mid lane. You know, Mars acting like that Titan that we've seen so many times, just big body in the mid lane, and he's always going to have the setup with Yule Scepter to catch people out and maybe even spear them under tower.
And he's I mean, this Mars has done such an amazing job in this game, just winning the lane and making sure the mid tower doesn't take any damage. He only TP'd to fight top lane when the DP was also there, so there was no pressure being put middle. Robo-Z is just doing all the right things right now, but if the smoke gank somehow misses and they lose the mid tower, whew, that's gonna be a caster's curse right there.
No black hole for a minute. SG trying to figure out where these unknown heroes are, and it looks like King Owl slipping away from top. He just about escapes from it. No one in the triangle because Urs is farming down in the bottom jungle.
Ooh, Burn, nice juicy stack here.
Yeah, he just cleared like a 3-stack large camp, and now there's what, a 3-stack ancient camp, and where, if you look where Viper is, there's another couple of stacks over in that jungle which the Enigma's been making. So Monkey King can make his way up into that top portion of the map and keep on farming. Dude, 7k net worth now.
What's funny is we didn't even get to see this much stacking in the previous weeks, right? But all of a sudden when No Ping beats Beast Coast, and obviously all these South American teams are watching them, they're like, hold on, wait a moment.
Oh, guys.
There's something really good that we're not doing.
Their smoke didn't pop, but they still attacked the Mars Illusion.
Yeah.
Break the high ground.
And the agents are already farmed. So the best thing you can do right now is maybe stick around and farm this, or go from the back here. They're actually trying to penetrate the mid tower. This is all they're doing with the smoke, or they want to do with the smoke.
So they catch someone waiting in the wings, find a kill or two, and then push into that tower.
No, I mean, those are like well put illusions though, right? Because they were predicting something was gonna come up there. And look at the unknown on the top side. No one's showing there.
Get the bounty runes up there. It was very, very well timed. I don't know if Monkey King realizes how lucky he is to get away from that triangle when he did. But he's already cleared out another couple of stacks. 7,500 net worth with Aghanim Scepter queued up as that tier 1 still being eyed up by the Radiant side. SG want it real bad with the necro units, the summons. Mars looking to defend with this Enigma having black hole again. It is a spooky move from SG, and they've got a glyph on the dive team too. They hold back the push. 5 heroes from this Brazilian squad, all grouping in mid lane while the map is being utilized really nicely by the dive. The Mars will be find the Rubik in the midst of it. Spear him up against the side. Exo gets used out by Adriano. They're trying to chase forward onto the Mars. Viper with a nice bounce strike out from Monkey's going to get a roll. They've stunned the Beastmaster, so he couldn't get the roar off in time. Still survives. Retreat though, and it uses up Ursa, enrages and jumps away, claps back behind his tier 1. That's the big circle defense from Unknown. Still holding the black hole too, but they've held that mid tier 1 tower.
Yeah, not only that, they got the DP to use the Exo. They don't get anything out of that. Ursa and Beats are just way too underfarmed for the time being.
Fortune's end. A lot of burst from KJ, but a lot of burst returns his way too. That Mirana and Mars skewering the poor little Oracle. Oh, it's Chris War. The Necro going to kill off Viper as well. Yeah, he's dead. Now he was under the Mars. Actually, great return this one, SG, with Rubik still here. They've got also arriving to the top left, and this Beastmaster, sure, he's very low. Can't get in on top of them. Under a Radiant Sentry still though, the Moonlight Shadow not giving them the safety they would maybe expect.
Nice
with a
arrow.
2-man Boundless and an arrow. That's how to stop the advance of SG.
Yep, I mean, Unknown did a really good job at stopping them, but the way that they moved around, still trying to go towards that DP was a little bit awkward. The Oracle kill was nice. They should just try to focus for the tier 1 tower, because that should be the focal point at the moment for both of these teams.
Yeah, it's 5v5 mid for a reason, right? Kill up these towers.
And surprisingly, the person benefiting from all this is just the Monkey King, because he's able, with his battle frame, just go back, farm, jump around, come back to the team fight if he needs to. And he is insanely farm right now.
Yeah, like Ursa's trying to do the same thing, but he's playing from behind, and a decent amount behind, about 2,000 or so. Does get the deny on the mid tier 1, but still opens up that mid lane for a team unknown. Could potentially go for another smoke move here, but the Enigma's been caught in the mid lane. Didn't even need to spend the roar, got the tower, so the trade is there. And now they on the run forward, Exo for the Viper. Arcane action previously, so that's working up so quickly here for Adriano. As the spear from the Rubik sends Robo attacking. On a very low ridge, is going to have to run back. They find the Viper, Drakeel down, King out with a double kill. Do they want to go even deeper? I mean, the tier 1 here is pretty open for them with Exo still running. Robo-Z, Swift TP home. Arrow catches a boar. And a glyph popped by Team Unknown as the Enigmas come down here, but very little they can do to stop this tower actually from dying.
Yep. I mean, SG, when they get that Exo going and they already pick up one hero, they're like a 18-wheel truck, you know? You just can't stop them. They just
no brakes.
Exactly. They're just going in until the Exo runs out. And that's the only time you can really, like, try to fight back on Unknown at this point in the game. They got the tier 1 tower mid. That's all they were looking for, right? Now they can farm out the map, get to their next item, and try to fight again with the next Exo. Unknown got other plans. They know Exo's on cooldown, and they want to retaliate right here.
Yeah, they've got all their ulters up. Mars Arena's back in 7 seconds. He is leading the charge with Blink Yules. And they've also got a Yules and Mirana, so they've got these double setup abilities for Arrow, for Spear, for move in from the Enigma with the Black Hole, and they're starting on the outset inside the arena. Arrow to follow, no enrage, no Oracle save. AJ too far away, and they've got the catch on the Rubik now as well. It's a chain destruction coming through. Theo is going to get shredded, gets a Spear back himself. It's KJ blown up by the Monkey King though, and a double kill for the Mirana. 3 heroes very quickly dispatched with by Unknown.
Are they going to think about Roshan here? They got the Agnes on the Monkey, but it might be just too early. The Ursa's only dead for about 30 seconds. I think they're thinking about it.
Definitely considering it, yeah. They're in the pit now.
Oh, how long we got left on this Exo? Because that's probably going to be the most important thing right now.
Oh,
are they going to be able to stop this or not?
Ursa's alive now. 10 seconds on Exo. Roshan, 2.5 HP remaining. If they want to go, they've got to go quickly. Oh, they're forward an illusion. No. And there's no Necrobook either from Beastmaster.
Yep.
The move immediately up onto the high ground now. Primal Spring jumping in with a balance strike, but dodged by King out. Nice little maneuver, gets them out, but still it's Aegis in the hands of the Monkey King, who is incredibly farmed. 12,000 on his net worth tally.
That smoke play, that retaliation play from Unknown was absolutely beautiful. Just finding that Ursa, getting the kill. The Oracle was walking in to try and save him. Rubik was TPing in, thinking that the Oracle was going to get there in time to save him. And 3 kills just going their way. I mean, if Ursa was the only one who died there and Rubik and Oracle were still alive, there's no way Unknown are taking the Roshan there. They would have definitely tried something to slow it down.
There's that one after the other. They will find the Enigma here. Nice little catch with the leaps on Rubik, getting up onto the high ground so incredibly quickly. Monkey King has to jump away.
His retaliation with the DPX already. And done. Ursa has a BKB now too, so it's going to be coming out momentarily. It's a pretty big item.
Player and his cooldowns. And they're sticking around bottom lane for the potential tier 2 push there. There's a decent wave coming in the top lane though, and it feels like Unknown yet again with all their ultis up. Like Moonlight Shadow has just come off cooldown. They could set themselves up another little run through into the jungle, find another couple of kills. It looks like, yeah, they know there's vision on the high ground now. Monkey King gets spotted by the boars, so SG know the Moonlight Shadow is actually coming their way. Heavily, defensively moving back towards their side of the map.
They kind of want to just split up right now while the Monkey has an Aegis on him. And we will see Unknown either take this tier 2 tower bottom or try to smoke and penetrate that triangle once again. I think the better play is definitely to just take the tier 2 tower bottom, get the outpost, get more of that map control right now. SG are going to have a hard time just getting up to top tier 2 and making the same trade. At this point in the game, Unknown is extremely fast at reacting to SG's pressure, especially with the Aegis. The Monkey is not going to have any fear to be able to TP in first.
Like, especially when Monkey has this tree dance cast range, right? He's able to jump across the map in a matter of seconds. He can catch up to any fights wherever they happen. So if they do decide to, after this tier 2 bot has gone, to try and maybe defend top lane, they could make that move as Mars and Mirana do shift into mid. Clear out that creep wave for now.
They should definitely smoke this Mars and Mirana top though. Right now.
That's what I thought
we
we were
already
going to do.
TPing in. Okay.
Viper TP's mid, in fact, trying to close in on King Owl. Monkey King TP straight onto the tower. They're playing the objective, and they found King Owl missing the spear. Still going to catch him inside this arena with the Menatoxin. He goes for the TP, but the low ground Malphite from the Enigma stops him. And one down. SG yet again on the back foot, having to return to this bottom part of the map. And Enigma does have the Blink Dagger now. It's got a black hole on the Rubik. Hello, Theo. Caught up in with that God's Rebuke and Spear. Neutral creep killed him.
That's the benefit of Enigma 5, Gary. Oh, he did that.
Ancient Thunderhide killed him, yeah?
Yeah, so when you play Enigma 5, it's okay. You can literally black hole anybody as long as it gives your team some kind of a tempo. Maybe in the late game, you want to hold your black hole for something a little bit more important, but if it gets you a kill, it gets you a kill. There's nothing lost there.
I feel like we've, well, at least I have. I missed a trick here on its Viper item build. Like Falcon Blade, we've seen a little bit, that feel-good item with the Viper, but Crimson Guard straight out. Really good up against his team, right?
Good against the Beastmaster and his summons. I'm really not a big fan of his build, to be fair. I feel like there could have been other items that he could have gone for than the Crimson Guard. How about, you know, Mech or Greaves? It just feels like a better item overall.
Yeah, heal your whole team. Well, we'll see.
It's good that they have Yules and Mars.
The jump from Mars. Yules into Yules. King Owl and Robo-Z and Skyle. But another Yules. There's so many Cyclones dispelled off where the fortunes end. There's a bound strike, captures Adriano, but it's too close to the staircase of the tier 3.
This Viper kill did not go for the Atos build this game because they do have a sufficient amount of catch with the Mirana and the Mars.
Oh, SG smoking. Coming out of their shell. Oh, they get scanned up though. Dire team knows it's coming around these bounty runes.
Blink Ursa.
Take one and run.
Oh, okay. Arrow is possible. Feels bad.
Unfortunate for Costa Bill there. And they're picking out that top tier 2. They want this level 2 exorcism to be up and running again. It's a BKB Death Prophet. With the BKB Ursa you mentioned, now having the Blink Dagger. So a timing for SG to actually get out and accomplish something. Still about 9k net worth behind. Overall, a decent chunk of that is the difference between the Monkey and the Ursa Warrior right now. Do you feel like if they clash like 5v5 head on, both teams, similar information on what's happening, the Dire team with the big team fight ultis, do they actually come out on top? Or is this, you know, Oracle, DPS, and all the little bits and bobs they've got with the summons good enough to withstand this massive team fight combo?
It just depends where the Oracle's boss problem is down on.
Crane comes out. There's the BKB Ursa, straight up to Drakeel. Doesn't get a single spell off. They do trade though. +3/+3. Arena expended as a buyback from Viper now, trying to chase forward. He's not got black holes, so the death problem is Spirit Cypher and the Ghost Flyer do get an additional kill. Viper finally gets Viper strike in, and the Wukong's going out. The BKB ends, and you're narrow. Adriano stuck. The ball's by the same, but will they have enough heals? There's so much damage on the Dire side. The Oracle is shredded, and Adriano doesn't stand a chance. Going to burst in the midst of all of that. Unknown with that one. The Ursa gets speared again. Robo-Z on the mega kill streak with that double damage rune slicing through it.
I mean, the Beastmaster, he roared probably the worst hero, right? The Viper is quite tanky with that Crimson Guard. I don't think they had any business going on him. They had to find like a Mars, a Monkey, someone more important. This Viper is just like a walking Nether Toxin and Crimson Guard. Probably the least most important hero. And look at DP. She's so strong with the BKB, but then when she goes into the engagement and the BKB runs out, heals herself, she just dies right away. So much magic damage.
And they're breaking high ground with that catapult. Tier 3 on about half HP. And it kind of shows when Viper is so willing to, you know, instantly buy back in that situation. Not a single thought about his own item progression. He knows he is the team player.
You gotta get there. It's right. The fight is right beside your tier 2. The enemy already popped the Exo. That means they're gonna hard commit into the engagement. It's a very simple buyback. Just get it. Win the battle.
Oh, Mirana Ags. We've seen this a couple of times. Usually a team who's severely behind and Mirana's like trying to catch up or find, you know, some way to get damage into the game. How do you feel about it? Second, Mars does get Yules and well, he goes BKB and now the Cruising Guard as well. So, Drakeel with Burner there, bodyguarding Robo Z to return back to Fountain. Yeah, how do you feel about the Ags Mirana?
Mirana Ags, it's so good, but the problem is your support, and if you buy the Ags, you're kind of playing like a core, and then you're just letting the Viper be the position 4 essentially in this game. But it's really good, it gives a lot of damage. You got the Mars set up anyway, or your own Yules. I expect them to go for like a maybe E-Blade later. E-Blade Arrow Starstorm combo deals well over 2,000 damage. It's very good.
Yeah, so good against all these summons too. I'll just throw the arrow into the middle of all the Beastmaster summons, get these Starstorms going.
That's actually how you counter Beastmaster, you know, just kill his summons. Kunkka, for example, one of the better heroes against Beastmaster because he got that Tidebringer, the Torrent, the Bolt. Every time the Beastmaster just goes in, as long as you X-mark him, combo him, you should be able to kill his summons at the same time too, because they're typically stacking right on top of him.
Well, with Roshan respawning in about a second, SG in a pretty good spot here to know what's going on. They've got a Hawk up above the pit as well, seeing the big man's alive. But again, all the green lights are flashing up here for Team Unknown. That Shadow is lacking. What's the next step for SG? Because it feels like now they're being bullied a little bit. They can't really sneak Roshan. Pushing lane seems a little bit dangerous. What's the move?
They gotta camp the high grounds. They gotta wait for Unknown to walk into them, to be honest. And wait for the next Roshan to spawn, or not the Roshan to spawn, but like wait for something to happen around Roshan.
Scanning for enemies.
And try to get a fight where they can surely just jump a good target, like either a Mars, a Monkey, or Mirana. Anyone who's not a Viper, Gary. That's it.
Just
stop. Yeah, the Viper is actually just not really a hero with the build that he has.
Even though they know Viper doesn't have buyback, like is that a consideration where you're like Viper has a bit more validity to being initiated on now?
I feel like the Viper just dies in like the middle of the fight once you jump him after you kill somebody else, right? The big damage sources right now are the huge problem, not the Viper with his Crimson Guard. He's probably he's less valuable than this Enigma. This Enigma, the threat of the Black Hole, the blink and stuff, and the stuns, the Midnight Pulse, he's doing way more damage than the Viper is.
Yeah, and then there's the king here, Burner's Monkey King. Skadi, BKB. On top of that, Battle Fury Axe he's already had for a while. They're into the Roche Pit, not a fear in the world. As SG are the ones that have to smoke and make that drastic move. DP and the Beastmaster leading the charge. The Hawk over there. Roshan does spot them inside. The Wukong's though, the big circle's coming out from the dark team. The summons, the Monteria there. In comes Enigma, killing off the Rubik immediately. And SG bleeding out at this point. The DP's exorcism gets us going. They're trying to focus any target they can find, but there's no answer. The bear is out, and then Black Hole, there's death moment. The false promise is there, sure, but the damage is just insane from Team Unknown. Another Yules up into the air. The ghost still flying, but the chain stun, the arrow, the spear. It's another 4-kill sweep through with Roshan claimed, Aegis Monkey, and Team Unknown looking real hot.
Oh, Gary, I don't think you could just give up Roshan like that. Even if the Ursa just blinks in BKBs and tries to go on to the Monkey King and tries to take it, he should have done it. But you see Mirana, he leapt in, Yuled the Ursa, so there was no fight to be had. And he walked away. You can check it on the minimap here on our replay. And then at that point, he's like, okay, guys, this fight's over. Beastmaster's already dead. DP's away from me. And the Ursa's like, I'm out.
He's out, yeah.
And he just goes and farms elsewhere, hoping to live to fight another day.
Well, the circle strap from Team Unknown. It's blossoming into a beautiful thing right now. Bottom tier 3, which they've already done half HP to. Good one. They do take the Aegis. You will definitely enrage Ursa Warrior. Looking to try and get him out of there with the BKB and the jump back. The Viper does get dragged in with a good bash. They take down Drakeel. A Midnight Pulse plays for good measure. Hawk back SG, but they actually get the roll forward onto the Mirana. Where's the backup for King Owl? They made it move alone. They don't get the jump forward. Monkey's BKB now wearing off. Sans double 4 staff down. Unknown trying to hard retreat from this as the Monkey King is now spear in the arena. The fourth comment's out of range. Ursa stands his ground, bounces the Monkey. Wukong's abandoned there, but he's pretty low HP on Burner. They can't Stain is gone. He does pop in the end with no buyback available, so SG gonna lose a lot. No matter what, they kill the Monkey King. And maybe the Mars, but in comes Enigma, holds them back again. Another stun with the arrow from the Marana. Loads of burst damage, and a 5-man wipe is incoming. He's got to be a little bit careful about the Spirit Siphons and the Ghosts. Adriano, I don't think he's going to heal up. They finish off and the Ghost arrive. Yeah, he's like training as best he can with another 5-man wipe for Team Unknown. Beautiful stuff.
Good kind of. They committed, but I mean that fight was only possible because of the arcade run of the Death Prophet from the previous engagement, getting that extra back up much quicker. But they lose their axe and then get a 5-man wipe. At the end of the day, Unknown, they're going to be very happy about this. Just get back on the map, start controlling just top and mid, take the tier 2 tower. They can even wait for the next sword shot if they want to. Like, there's literally nothing that Unknown is worried about going into the late game here.
Yeah, like top lane is dying to creeps right now. Beastmaster gets the Roaring Lion mid. TP's immediately there to slice down that priestess. So another 70 seconds where Unknown might have to wait.
It's like a 50-second window for SG to try and do something when the DP will be up and the Marana will be down.
But again, the question is going to be, what is that something? You know, it's not a simple tier 1. It's these tier 2s which are going to be easily defended by the Dire. There's no Roshan. Lines drawn on the map.
Like a Ursa Basher and the Rubik to just run around and try to kill someone who's trying to play by themselves. But Unknown are just not giving the opportunity to do so. They're constantly just grouped up together.
Ursa has a Chrysalis queued. That's usually a pretty big indication of, I want something now. Give me damage. There's the Mars ulti. 2-man soldier. Just for Robo-Z. Destroys both supports. Enigma's come in. He's got Black Hole ready. Yields the DP up. I don't think he needs the Black Hole for that. It's going to wipe a Striker. Take it down with the right clicks. Simple as you like. Another yields up, but it looks like this is the beginning of the end for SG in game 1. 70 seconds without Death Prophet and no buyback. Maybe if they can get a couple of bounty runes, she can afford it. She's like 200 away, but you can't get out on the map like this.
Okay, who's your MVP of this game?
I think it's the Mars, honestly.
That's gotta be unanimous, right? Like, this Mars, he is so good.
Slaying it.
Like, from winning his lane to his rotations, defending the mid tower, his spell casting has been up. I mean, sure, he's missed a couple of spears here and there, but that really didn't matter that much.
If even I know who the MVP is, you know it's gonna be. Rax falling mid lane again. 2 lanes down. Who's that war on? They're trying to catch Burner's monkey, but there's the Black Hole promised for the last second. Rubik, he got himself a sacred arrow, but they've lost KJ. Traded for Yodomi, and that false promise on the coast of Bill. He might actually just pop and die from it. Indeed he does. Buyback's available, so he'll return to the battlefield. 10 seconds for Death Prophet to respawn, and another lane coming for Team Unknown. Top, a shift into 5th gear.
Yep, popping the Enigma. He sees that the Rubik popped his spell steal already, so that was on cooldown. Black Hole could not be taken.
And forcing buybacks from SG really feels rough.
They got the 1 Rax. It's okay, let's just go back, you know, pump up the gas.
Clear top lane. Marana gets a ton of farm. Man, this Marana
lane is coming up.
She's gonna have it before game ends, isn't she? Yeah.
It's very good, especially to use it defensively on the hero who gets ward. Because then the DP is EXO and the Ursa can't just kill that hero. So many purposes for this E-Blade Marana.
Absolutely right. SG are trying real hard to blow that one target up. They're sitting and waiting. They've got that one observer ward. They're trying to play with their vision, smoking up from the mid lane. But look at how good that arrow Starstorm is. It flies through into that mid creep wave, kills off like half the wave, half the summon's dead. Oh, the dire vision. They see the Ursa, the smoke breaks. Silence used by Adriano. Unknown not making any hasty decisions though, not jumping hardcore into the middle of all of them. SG just reposition themselves using whatever little advantages they can get, whether it's terrain, space, whatever they can find, they'll take it. But it looks like Death Prophet's a little bit straight in now. Beastmaster plays back to high ground. They've got stunned on Death Prophet. Onto BKB and the Ghost Come. Robo-Z with the arena there, but triple BKB from SG. Turning and fighting the Viper, bashing Dracula. But the Monkeys found the Beastmaster in the back. Robo-Z takes 30% of his HP immediately. And now the Death Prophet down. Does have buyback, but with no exorcism. Doesn't feel worth it. Ursa. They're being chased by Burner. Wukong's command even going to get thrown in there for good measure. And a double kill for Monkey King leads to a good game.
Good game. Yep. Very good game. I mean, Unknown, they played so well from start to end. They had to do that. They had to make all these stops on all the lanes, and they also have to get a little bit ahead in the laning stage too. Viper and the Mirana won bottom lane, and then Mars.
$1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the best bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Cypher coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Step as well as number 1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the Rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. Not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain, and waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesis back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're going to do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the Yules! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Finch and Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, Blink, Dragon Tail Stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna Blade, Samel, the Colt's Boom. The Colt's Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they could delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! Into the faster! CDEC! They're gonna get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a love, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder once again. The Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a take on Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo Slam. Oh, there he is. Forward. There's your slam.
Game number 2. This is do or die for SG Esports here. They're down 1 game. They absolutely need to win this series now 2 games in a row to maintain their hopes of going to the major. Now remember, for Unknown, they're safe in the middle of the pack no matter what. No matter what happens, they won't be bottom 2, they won't be top 2, but there's more money on the line for each position. So still something to fight for. Let's jump in. Game 2 draft starts now. All right. So far, it looks like the opener is gonna be the same here. So they take the Puck Tidehunter. Oh,
no Ench ban this time.
Don't take the Ench. I guess you're fine, right? Because if Unknown gets the Beastmaster, it can just Ench, and if they Ench, you just ignore the Beastmaster, or you ban it next phase,
or you just pick it.
Yeah,
we've seen people do it anyway. Just like whatever.
Yeah,
Hero's still busted.
You're not. I honestly feel like you just Enigma if they Beastmaster, because it worked really well in that game.
Yeah. True.
If they can play it. I did see KJ playing a couple of pubs.
Oh,
assume that's
ignored last game. First picked this game. Okay,
interesting
back to the
development.
Timbersaw. Yeah.
All right. So Dota 2, Timbersaw has typically been like a later in the draft answer. He's starting to be more first pick, but we've seen this a couple times now. How do you absolutely destroy this guy's game without making a terrible draft? Like, you can't just pick 5 anti-Timber heroes, right?
Yes.
Just pick us Skywrath man.
I kind of want to tone down the anti-Timber heroes even, because I feel like it's easy to counter him too much and then end up with a bad draft.
Yeah,
for sure.
But like silences are generally good. Magical burst damage is generally good. So 2 things that you can mix in. I think this DP is a fair opener, but they go back for a quick Viper.
They just Beastmaster here? Feels like they really have a plan on how they want to.
Oh no, Bowie, come on! You wanted to do that same thing that series before. First pick OD, lose. Game 2, first pick OD. This is like the SG class. If they go Death Prophet Beastmaster here, and then they lose, this is going to be their brand, buddy. Is this the hallmark that you want for SG Esports? The guys that bash their head against the wall with the same strat and just lose 2 games in a row over and over? That's not a good look. Let's innovate. Switch it up.
It is. Yeah,
I mean, the caveat there is they lose. If they go with the same opener and then they win this game, it's much better. But, oh, God.
The problem is you have to pick 2 heroes in a row right here. So you need something really solid. Like, you can pick Grimstroke next, probably, and then start getting some info. But right now, this has to be like a really important hero, and they're gonna take the Jug.
Now, this was immediately banned last game by Unknown. They third banned it. So understand the priority. And I do think Jug matches really well with Death Prophet. He was the other one that I mentioned alongside the Ursa to fit the tempo. So I like this adjustment. This is very good from SG.
Yeah, Jug actually handles Timber really well in the mid game now with the new shard. It just does much magic damage. It just actually shreds both Timber and Viper. So I like that. The lane actually gets really hard once the Timber gets 5, because you don't really have that much sustain even with the healing ward. But I overall like the pick. I think it's a pretty good close to build hero as well. I take the Viper out, the Beastmaster out. Okay.
Just very solid right now. Jug goes through these patches of being like average or above average. And very rarely is Jug a bad hero. It happens every once in a while, and then you'll still see Miracle pick it up and like whoop a game with it. So I think right now he's in a solid spot.
Good mechanics. He's got a BKB mechanic. He's got AoE percentage healing. What other carry gives you AoE percentage healing for the team? Trent, none of them.
My carry Phoenix.
Oh, I love it.
There, that one.
Actually, this reminded me of something. I was, 6 months ago. That's a really boring story, but you're gonna hear it anyways.
All right.
I was watching Bo3 play Jug, and I'm like, oh, okay. Bo3 played carry, but he was playing support Jug, and he went for the craziest build ever. He went healing ward into. Can you guys guess?
Holy Locket.
Oh yeah, baby. That percentage healing. They lost the game, but it was really cool watching that healing ward micro the whole game, because that's all support Jug does.
Do you remember the position for Lifestealer and Ursa for a little bit? That's basically one of those.
Yeah. Oh, Gareth just said he remembers Lanham's Juggernaut support, and I do remember.
True. Yeah.
TI4. They did it and they won. It was really good.
Whoops.
All right, so they take the Batrider, pretty good hero versus the Timber.
Oh yeah, that would have been a nice one actually.
Actually feels like Nyx is garbage now, right? People are not even
is the hero dead?
Ignored.
Turns out the break made the hero. Wow.
No, he's fine.
Will we see Nyx now for SG?
I don't think he's that good this game. Like, Viper and Timber saw, like, yes, they're carapace heroes, but like, I don't really think you offer much more. Like, you stun them, but like, are you really helping? Like, the mana burn's okay. I don't think you're very good versus Viper. Viper just clicks you once, you just die.
I agree on Viper, but I always thought Nyx was like very good against Timber.
He's like,
you set up and stop him from just running away, and
I would say he's no Skywrath mage. I don't know.
Wow, that's fair.
It's just maybe just not this early, I guess is what I would say. I don't know if Timber's enough to make me like go for a freshly nerfed Nyx. Yeah, but the Rubik comes out again in another great looking moment.
I mean, I think this is fine because
switching it up.
Rubik 4 actually doesn't counter Enigma 5 at all. Like, there was never a timer like, okay, Rubik's gonna steal that black hole and do some cool shit because it's just. Like,
I think they're
some
actually
underwhelming black holes because you just want to use the spell.
I literally think they were just covering Viper. I think they probably should have taken the Rubik instead of the Enigma first.
I just feel like Enigma had so much, dude. I didn't feel like the Rubik for SG in the first game countered Viper enough. And I guess like countering does he actually do that much because he was a 3, you know?
I think he's good versus Timber too.
Yeah, he is.
5 seconds remain.
I like the toss though. I think it offers a lot of really good lanes, gives them Roche. They already Roche pretty well. They push reasonably well. Not as good as the first game, but still quite solid. So what did Unknown went for last time? I think they went for their carry, right?
Ursa, I don't know. Looks kind of okay. Has the jump over shards. Playing versus Jug.
Yeah, but I guess you just ban the Veno and you have the Viper.
Is Weaver bad here?
No.
The silence is like a little bit rough, and they already have like the ranged Viper. Would be my only concerns.
This actually is a decent anti-mage game. We're not going to see anti-mage.
Oh no.
Like Unknown they need some more control. It's like Timber and Viper are those weird. They're not utility heroes at all. They just kind of do damage and have some slow.
I think this Viper might wind up being a 5, personally.
Can't they just Medusa?
Medusa,
okay.
And then can you get rid of the Viper 5 though if you go Medusa?
Ooh, all right. Similar flavor but different. The Alchemist.
With a potential offlane hero left, I would try and get like a Slardar or something if I was SG. And I guess there's Viper and Timber. I'm trying to think of like ways to bully this Alk.
I feel like there's a lot of get banned by Unknown. Venomancer is the standard ban here against the melee hero. But wait, does this mean, I guess they could either last pick a 5 for Unknown, or this could be Viper 5, right? Maybe they learned with Panda and they just give that to Yadomi.
I think
yeah, that takes his life.
Veno, Slardar, perfect bans.
That's unfortunate.
All right, I actually know what the answer is here. You know what you're doing right now? You pick Axe for SG Esports. All right?
Whoa.
Garbage hero? Yes. Good versus Alchemist? Kinda. You know, you don't care about BKB. You know.
Well, what a glowing review that was.
Story.
Well,
there's not a lot of offlaners left, dude. I guess they could pang. But there's a Viper 5 potentially.
But what about the Centaur? I think SG are going to pick something really, really bad like Night Stalker.
Or Underlord.
Please don't. They have Rubik too. I mean, Night Stalker Tusky is actually kind of good, but...
It should be, but I think Night Stalker is hard.
Oracle here. If
Wait, what if this Enigma is actually a 3? What if Enigma is a 3?
Is it
I guess
good?
I don't want to do it against Rubik, but I think it's really good versus Alk and Timber and Viper.
Going back for Oracle is not a... I really love the Oracle DP combo. And when you have a healing ward on top of it, it can be super broken.
Oh, I meant Oracle for Unknown too, because they have Alk.
Oh, yeah, fair.
True.
I guess with the Enigma Viper, both teams have Flexi 5s. Wow, they grabbed the Invoker, so it does look like 5 Viper.
We're back to the Alacrity Alk again.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, time for the Brewmaster. The Mass Dispel. Here we go. Unfortunately, dead hero. Tusk Wind Ranger is still actually pretty cool, but it's dead now. No one likes it.
Yeah, I don't think that's King RD hero.
Sand King, Tiny. I'm trying to think King RD heroes. Or, well, like, that style, I guess.
I want to see the axe, dude.
Admiral Conka, your hero.
Oh, here, let's go.
Wait, so offlane Enigma? Or
is it offlane Kunkka? No.
Offlane DP.
Okay.
Okay, so King RD takes the Death Prophet and Kunkka's going mid.
I mean, it is a very strong matchup against Invoker. It's actually really good versus Timber too, because you got a lot of control on him.
Yeah, okay. And it puts the DP and the Tusk together versus the Alchemist and the Vipers. Yeah. So you isolate with the shards, the Siphon's going. The damage isn't like crazy good with tag team, but it's there.
Mm-hmm. I think both teams have pretty good drafts here. Unknown, obviously, happy to go late once that Alchemist gets big. But SG, I mean, we've seen what this Kunkka can do in terms of controlling the mid game, right? That was one of the big takeaways from that series yesterday with the Coddle stacks and stuff. A little bit different with how much they were stacking, but Kunkka can definitely break the game open before the Alk is really online, and that can open up for the Jug to play so much faster. I can see a path to victory for SG for sure.
I don't see this Enigma slowing down Drakeel, though. I think that they're just kind of copying this position 5 hero. Like, can he actually just go in behind the Enigma and there's nothing he can do? Like, Malphite doesn't really stop Timbersaw from just getting away. You can just do short bursts of Timber Chains.
No, but I don't think that's what you do, right? I think it's just about slowing down the offlaner progression because you're taking all the range creeps away. So, like, he's going to have a 6 before, after the
But once he's level 3, he can literally just go behind the tower. Like, where you're trying to deny them, right?
Yeah, he can. But you can spin on him.
I don't know.
If you time the Malphite, right?
I feel like you shouldn't be able to catch him. Especially if Rubik's there. I don't know. I feel like this isn't going to work very well versus the Timbersaw.
I like Unknown's draft. I think they have like this. It's all going to be about the Alchemist. If they can actually control the triangle, I think SA teams in general, they have a really hard time stopping these greedy carries. Overall, it just feels like they get away with farming everything once. So if SG can do that, I think that's the most important thing of it all.
Gotcha.
Even the lanes.
All right, well, here we go. An Alchemist on the line. SG, their hopes for the major rest in the outcome of this match. Gary, I hope you're ready, buddy, because this is a big one.
I'm super ready. I see Alk, I click like. I am fully behind this Unknown draft, I think, here. Theban, how are you feeling about this one?
Well,
SG
I'm especially surprised Theban's not here.
Oh, it's Trent.
Yeah, Theban will be back.
And Bowie.
I'll be here in a second.
Oh, I should have been reading chat, shouldn't I? Well, we've got a bit of a pause anyway. Well, we can just continue conversation with the panel, can't we? Let's have everyone in here. Let's have all three of you. Bowie and Zahori, get back in here as well. Oh, everyone can be here. Anyone who wants to be, or has production told you no? No, it's just me and Trent. No, never mind. Exclusive VIP club.
All right, nice. Been brought in there. Everyone's in. Great. Thank you. All right.
Party in Gary's room.
The Quadcast. Hell yeah, let's go.
Luckily we've got a pause here to get us started. But Gary, I know you always say you like Alchemist. You actually like Alchemist here. Is there ever an Alch game that you don't like, you biased bastard?
No.
I can tell you why that is. I know why. So back in the day, Gary and I used to play a lot of pubs together, and Gary was by far the best player. And so there became a time where Gary always had last pick, and he had to say, "Oh God, how do I win this game?" Which 90% of the time meant he either played Alchemist or Invoker.
Pretty much.
That was the answer.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, my team just got this random, like, charity shop draft where there's a bunch of garbage heroes nobody wants.
Giving a shit. That was pretty much.
We've got like 3 mid laners, and I'm gonna play safe lane. What am I doing? I don't know. Let's pick out. Let me hit creeps. Stack counts for me, Trent, please. I beg
At least you. Stop playing Tinker. That was. I guess
that
it was the same story every game. Just stack me camps.
I am a reformed gamer now. Man, I remember playing Tinker in in-house. Looking back on that, I feel real dirty. Not a good part.
Not a nice man.
Not a nice man.
I'm blacklisted. How about cast or in-houses?
That's why I've never cast a TI. This is my first DPC event. Yeah.
Oh, guys, is Coach Vila gonna die down here? He's on this ward, just chilling. No. I don't think they're gonna get him. He's good.
He's fine. Do you think this Yodomi Viper is actually like a steal from Pandaboo? It's something they've been watching?
I mean, I don't think it's very difficult to work it in. Compared to DP, I think it's a lot easier doing 5 DP.
Just pick it early, slot it in where you need to.
Yeah. Still does the exact same thing.
Oh, big experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 34 XP straight off the bat. I think I agree with you, Trent. The kind of action you were talking about, where Timbersaw when he hits like level 3, level 4, and he's just cutting waves, because Juggernaut can't come and spin him, or else he's going to miss like 2 creeps under tower, right? He's going to miss out on that farm.
And then the Malphus, like the instances don't really matter. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to watch it. I do appreciate Yodomi being here. Oh, okay. I thought they go for 1 kill, so they're not even gonna bother. All right, fair enough. It is Burna up top. How many runes did they get, by the way? They got 2, so good enough. As long as it's even. Did he take the greed? No, he didn't anyway. He took the acid spray. This is becoming more and more common.
Yeah,
more and more common. I think Knoxville did a stat. It's only been like 5 freaking alks or something, but Artesia just did it the other day, so you know it's cool.
So you know everyone's going to be getting on that train.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess with like offlaners like POS3 and POS4 shoving that first wave to try and get level 2 faster, you know you need to be able to acid spray under your tower. Try and secure those last hits. So Tusk going to drag the wave back. Theo going to get his level 2 up there.
I mean, it's just like, what's the value of the Grievous Speed if you're not getting the last hits after? It's like, oh, I get the bounty rune bonus that's been nerfed like 3 times.
What is it at now? Is it 4x? 3x?
It scales. It's 1.5x at level 1. Not even that good. I mean, it's good. It is definitely still good, but...
Wasn't it like 4 or 5x bounty rune gold,
levels,
like originally at all levels? Yeah.
Yeah. What a hero.
That was pretty nutty. That was insane, actually. Suddenly 200 gold out of nowhere. Thank you very much.
And Widge is giving a lot of XP to the Timber down here, as one would hope. Gets the pull off too, so life's looking good. They have successfully blocked off the small camp, so there's no option there available. All KJ can do is just spawn, deny him. And once again, Drakil's just in the range anyway. He can't back away to do it or anything, so...
And it pretty much is just get Timber to level 3, then Widge Rubik can go back, stack counts for Alk, move into mid, maybe set up on the Kunkka, because like Bowie said, Kunkka is pretty favored in this matchup, already showing 14-3 CS. Robo Z at 8 and 1. So you do need something to kind of upset Adriana a little bit.
Kunkka's not getting a lot of love lately, you know? Those the Coddle Kunkka games were pretty nice to watch, but like the hero is so very strong.
Oh, incredibly so. Yeah, I mean, we've seen him, what, like 4 or 5 times now in the past week, whereas we've not seen him, like, at all previously. As top lane, the tech team of the Spirit Siphons get Yodomi down. Burna has another acid spray here, but King out with a Fairy Fire. Can they get one more hit? So speedy DP, the movement speed buff, and the boots of speed get the Death Prophet out.
Yeah, he wasn't convinced on the acid spray in the truth, because like, you could have had a longer duration, because like the navigation you'd have to do, but I think he was probably correct that it wouldn't have got the kill anyway. That's an unfortunate first blood to give away. It's back to what SG did last game. I guess it was a core instead of a sport, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it is. It's only a +5 Viper. It's fine. Yeah, I can't take my eyes off. Like, Drakil is now 3. We're just hit level 2. So Enigma has to be careful of positioning. Like, 660 HP isn't a lot when you consider the amount of burst damage that Timbersaw could be offering when he hits that level 4.
Especially because you actually offer 0 threat versus him right now. Oh, thank you. You took my XP. I'll just take it right back here. All right, we got 1 of the 2. Not bad.
Easy Eidolons.
I don't think he's spun yet. There's been a couple moments where I thought he was going to get forced into it, but he's really hesitant.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to be using it.
Yeah, he's
it feels like he wants to be holding it for maybe the second level of Malefice or something. Maybe if they find the Rubik. Using spin defensively always feels really rough. Oh, regen rune cancelled immediately. Robo Z, right place, right time.
Wasn't sure how Theolacor would do up top here with the DP. It's not really a very traditional pairing that you think of, but these are working out pretty well. It's interesting because there's no downside to tag team with ranged heroes, whereas like you typically think of there being one with a lot of these sort of interactions.
mean, with the ability for DP just to keep on chasing as well. She's so speedy. Just keep on chasing. Like now, onto Yodomi, you've walked straight past the creep wave, going for kills instead. Tag team damage is there, and that final crit swarm takes down the Viper for a second time in the top lane. With Bounty Runes about to spawn, is Burner going to make the long run to the triangle for one? He's going to get closed in on by the Kunkka though. Rotating. There we go with the shards trying to block him. He still gets the bounty, but he's probably just going to die for this. Not really worth the move. This Kunkka wants to get that one Tidebringer removes the Alchemist, so now 3 deaths.
He's still level 3, so it wasn't even level 2 Real's Greed for that.
Ouch. And how many bounties did they get bottom lane? Rubik got both?
Oh yeah. No.
So it's not awful. They get 3 out of the 4.
Okay, alright. Not too shabby. But yeah, it's still not worth dying. I mean, you get more gold just like as spraying the creep camp. Like a small camp or something, you know? Alright, tries to get a pull off with the Olcor, he's onto it. Get back.
Every time, like he's showing a large camp, blocking up this small camp. No pulls, no stacks, nothing.
Bottom lane, KJ.
Down bottom, there we go. Drakeel gets behind that tower, onto the Enigma.
Oh yeah, baby. There's 100 gold.
Puts him close to level 6 too. Like Juggernaut not having the most fun of times anymore.
He's doing quite well though, to be fair. He's beating it in CS, and he's gonna have Omni first. First, what level is Enigma? Level 3. He probably needs 4 Midnight Pulse and maybe even another hero to try and kill him.
It just never feels comfortable for the Jug. Like every CS is a battle within itself.
I heard a boat. Roboz was hit by a boat.
He's very low HP. No mana left on the Kunkka though.
Earn on earn action.
Urn Bracer, yeah. 0 charges on the urns.
The battle of who will strike first charge blood.
I guess the Invoker can, right? He's going to regen his HP. You can TP to a side lane. Maybe not when these Tidebringers hit him. Crostabile is spinning bottom, going for the TP. Do we have a telekinesis in time? No, he's timed that to perfection. But now it's a complete free lane here for Drakeel.
Yeah, for a tower push, to be fair. And they just slice that top tower with the help of KJ.
That is true. Like, you force this Alchemist completely out of lane. He's still level 4. Zoya asking if there's ever a time I don't like an out game. It's starting to become this one.
Oh, he got shoveled though. Okay.
They've got Colt now. Viper trying to be saved by the Invoker. The snowball's coming his way, but Enigma and the Kunkka both still here. The DP arriving. I don't know if Ruben's able to fight this, does he? He's killed off the Tusk. The Ghost Walk dusted.
Oh, who had that
gets lifted as well. Can they finish him off with an X mark? The Torrent's coming. It's not going to land though. And who was that? Was that Enigma with the dust?
I don't know if it was Enigma or 40x. It's probably 40x. He's laning versus the Invoker. But there's nothing worse than the Invoker getting that one getaway. So just kudos to bringing your dust, you know. I hate those early game escapes. Of course, he still escaped, but you know.
It could have been worse.
So
forced into triangle.
One downside of Timber is that he does push very slowly. I mean, you see DP rotate up top, which is gone. And it's just other thing.
They've got urn charges on the Kunkka. Oh, they don't land the boat. They dust him up so no Ghost Walk escape. He's trying to heal with that Quas going, but the X mark back. And a killing spree for Adriano. This Kunkka starting to ball out of control. Look at the ward SG have as well, man. But this out can't go anywhere. Oh, Demona.
Puts really trying to play. He's out of mana though.
Can't spin. No stick charges. Lacking damage to finish him though. Already spent the telekinesis.
Really well, I have to say. I'm very impressed by Crostabile down here. Like he's just getting put on an island and he's holding his own.
Yeah, I really like his TPs too. Like that's the second or third time he's TP'd back to his tier 2, escaping near death, and then farms through jungle, has healing ward back up again.
Thanks for that. So we can possess the match too. That's your game saver right there.
That is. You're all 100% correct as Rubik sniped out in the mid, and DP Exo wanting this tier 1, so Timbersaul's going to try and plant his body here. Drakeel's level 7, so maxed out reactive armor. Snowball's coming forward though. They've got no Midnight Pulse, the Malefice, and the burst down from the Ghost though gives King out a double kill. SG on a roll, 7-2, catching out the Invoker potentially with a dust. blocking him a little bit with the shards, and now the torrent. Oh, it's on the very edge, doesn't clip it. And Adriano not going to go for the boat. Was waiting on the X mark to come back off through the Alchemist. And 10 minutes in, Alch is level 6.
Why are you taking my creeps? And why can't I do anything about it?
Why do I have 4 Radiant Observer wards watching every single jungle camp on my side? Nice tornado, that might kill that Enigma, will do so. And the Tusk is stuck in here too, but the X is the boat. Means this Invoker's been shredded. Or didn't finish him. The DP. That one click. Oh, just about. Takes him down. The other slash can never go through, bouncing to the creeps. Onto the little campground on the low ground. So you know he's able to turn with the Timber Saw onto King Owl. Slow him the Chakram. Comes to Bill with a spin ready. Doesn't have mana to spin TP though. Don't think they've got the catch to follow through on it. So finally some respite, a bit of fresh air for Alch to go and enjoy the countryside. He gets into the jungle.
Oh man, they're one camp versus an Alch right now. This is like a 4K lead basically, which I know is essentially 75% of the net worth of Berna, which is really saying something. It's not looking too hot.
It's not. Top 3 net worth, all green heroes. And Timbersword, like you said, pushing slowly, didn't actually finish off that tower. With a catapult wave, I guess he's going to be able to get it done. But they need that like bottom third of the map, like that big triangle between Ancients, like bot rated tier 2 for that Alch to keep on farming safely.
And yeah, they're stacking it up, but as you already pointed out, the odds are just nuts right now. Wedge has a sentry, he's not dropping it at the moment. But look at this detection. I mean, they're even double sentry accidentally.
And bottom lane, they're going on the Timbersword. Trying to shut down Drakeel with another X-Mark. Load from Adriano, the Juggernaut's here with a spin. That's a ton of damage with a Spirit Vessel. That's what's done it. Kunkka has finished off the big item to counteract this Timbersword's early game.
Mid laner's kind of rocking these past 2 games.
Yo, DP has boots of travel. Just
yeah, she made it for like 10.5 minutes.
There's a Black Hole and Ghost. They killed the Alchemist. He's dead. Burner's gone. They steal the silence. I thought there was still Exo there. It was pretty close. But King Owl with the boots of travel just appears in the top lane.
And he had those actually finished before his death last time. That's how long he's had these. Just rush right into them. Kind of uncontested up there.
Nice G. Now on the Brazilian server, looking like a completely different team to game 1.
Maybe all those all chat lags really were true. You know, every time I'm in a game, complain, friends from other countries having to complain about that, they might be up to something.
Ping is a big thing.
Day here.
Invoker's got a Spirit Vessel of his own. It just doesn't appear that he's got any real like avenues into aggression. He can't move anywhere. Can't move bot lane into Jug because he's got spin. Top lane there's no targets. The rest of SG are all grouped in the mid lane around this Kunkka, who's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, he definitely did. Oh man, that's brutal. Feels like a triple stack.
Theo trying to make a hasty retreat. Snowball with another toxin.
That's the second push he's missed. He's trying over those cheeky behind yourself push-ups. They're very hard now. Hey, take the time for the tower, and again, that whole time while they were posturing up on the high ground, they ended up taking that giant triple stack of Ancients. So very happy Kunkka here.
Incredibly, like 7k net worth up on him. Armlet queued, BKB after. So he's going to output a decent amount of damage, and yeah, Bowie. I'm looking at it too, man.
Working on it, alright, you know?
He's like, he's still going to have it by like, 14 and a half, 15 minutes or so. Top lane, they're looking for the deep. The lack of gap close is starting to become concerning though. Like Invoker is your T5 starter, and this is looking like a sick X1 flow. Invoker caught out, gets the Ghost to walk off. Where's the reveal? But how does they do indeed? Robo Z shredded. Crossfire Viper on the way out. Ridge also gets solo killed by the Tusk in that top dive.
Domi here too.
They've scanned him.
Don't give me that pulse, unfortunately.
Any stuns? So close.
Oh, painful. Space for Alk. Oh, just space.
1420 Battle Fury online. Have we seen much of this Soul Ring Alchemist either? I feel like we're just like
just
Battle Fury trends, clarities, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very much gotcha, I feel behind, please let me catch up item.
Soul Ring, I can't buy this item anymore. I look at it and I just see 14 clarities. Like, do I really want Soul Ring the rest of the game? I don't know. I'm probably not gonna need 14 clarities either, so it's all good.
3 or 4 of them. Yeah. That's a complete role reversal. Now it's unknown that are the ones hiding in their jungle, all grouped up together, 4-man farming the same like 3 or 4 jungle camps. You would love to have your Timbersaw out. Yeah, true. Like you'd love to have Timbersaw out on the map doing shit right now. But this Spirit Vessel on Kunkka makes his life a living hell before
he just completed his armlet too, which I think is a pretty cool item to go for. Like, yeah, it's another cheap small item, but he just wants to be combative right now because they just want to continue to pressure the Alchemist and just stay in his space. And this is an excellent item to do it while you then go towards these bigger items like the BKB and the AC. These get queued up there.
Yeah, I guess like looking at Viper, yours from the DP. Such a farm king out here. Getting zapped down quickly though. That poison attack, my god. Magic damage increase for Team Unknown. And Drakeel wants to move it onto KJ. It is a severe problem that they can't really start fights. Now the turnaround comes in from SG. Another X torrent. Slice and turns from Juggernaut with the snowball up to the high ground, looking for the invoke. A deafening blast them back.
Walking.
He wants to fight.
What? Step them.
With no boots.
With your black hole. Oh no.
The boots.
90 move speed. No boots. You know.
Rushing
He's gonna just stick to cast his spells here. He's got 482 mana. He can Malefice Black Hole now again. Nice.
So good. Yeah, but yeah, to your point, looking at this, like, okay, you have Timbersaw and Invoker, they're pretty good, like, laning stage, mid-game heroes, but thinking of them as actual carry heroes against a Juggernaut, a Kunkka, a Death Prophet, Unknown feels like a single core lineup, like it is all about the Alchemist. Whereas the Kunkka, yeah, going for these small items, his Ghost Build can actually catch up and outscale the Alp too.
Yeah, and we've seen games where that style is very successful with the Alp, right? I mean, they basically rallied around them in our previous days games where you just saw the alacrity and they just followed them around the map, and even though they were all severely poor in comparison to the enemy cores, the Alp was just so far ahead that it didn't matter. So I imagine that's the style they're trying to emulate here, but they fell too far behind too quickly, and now instead of the Alp carrying everyone else, they're just trying to prop them up a little bit here. But in the end, they're all suffering net worth-wise because of it.
Oh, he shovels up a Kobold.
Great choice here from SG too. Head right into the Roche Pit.
Yeah, with that Exo, the tag team. Pretty simple one. I mean, this smoke from Unknown, they were looking for anybody down in the bottom jungle to try and put a bit of pressure there. But now they scan as the moment Roshan dies, they put a scan on the pit.
Yes, they are there.
Correct.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that jug's insane now.
Yeah. Head of an Alchemist. That's some rough stuff right there. And Theolocor has a Blink Dagger nearly complete. He should just get Aghanim's, I think, at this point and kick KJ in. Oh, wait, he's kick allies. Damn it, why can't you kick allies? Val? Alright, I'm thinking about, what's that game mode called? The Labyrinth. Can you kick him in Ag's Labyrinth? I feel like you could. I'm just gonna pretend you could.
Yeah, we'll just say that was a possibility.
Yeah.
You just kick KJ in. KJ, what's he got? He's got the drums, Bassi. Why has he not bought boots this game? I can't wrap my head around it. I keep looking at him. Why don't you have boots?
He's like omniscient, omnipresent. He is the void. He doesn't really have legs or feet. Pretty good reasoning. They're moving very slowly and with purpose. You know, if you know what you're doing and you arrive exactly when you intend to, why do you need boots?
So he's Gandalf.
Just wise.
Oh! How you doing, Theban?
Better. I had a small emergency. I'm taking a first look at this. You're gonna leave me, Trent? I thought we were gonna have a nice tri-cast.
We can tri-cast if you want to. Are you sure?
Are we good? We can tri-cast?
Alright, we'll tri-cast. We got it.
So I'm getting my end soon anyway.
Yeah, I have a question. How is this? What did I just walk into?
I'll let you take that one, Trent.
Where would you like to begin? The Kunkka played extremely well in this lane and then just started crushing it across the map. Our Alchemist has just been in a rough spot from the very beginning. Death Prophet had an amazing lane and got boost of travel by like 10 minutes or so, 10 and a half in the off lane.
Yeah.
And so she's just been like roaming the map with the Tusk and grabbing kills. Coach Sabila did an excellent job by himself in the bottom lane. And very solid laning.
And they quadruple warded like the entire dire jungle. Like they saw Alchemist everywhere.
So you
Juggernaut. Flares the black hole. Drakeel gets destroyed by that KJ Midnight Pulse.
So hang on, you're telling me a Viper Alchemist lane lost?
It's super hard.
He got
Viper
crushed.
Alchemist?
Like real crushed. You know what? He left the box. You know, like he went outside the tower range for a second, and then he was like, "Oh, I've been, tag teamed and siphoned. They didn't even have shards, and they still killed them." It was pretty painful. Anytime it got away from the tower, he just couldn't really play his game.
There's a common denominator here, right? Between game 1 and game 2. Gary, I'll let you take this one.
The common denominator. I mean, we've been talking about server and lag and thing and stuff, but we're going to watch that poor little Viper die.
That's not what I saw. This is a hero. It's blue, and it does really good things in the game.
Oh, the +5 Enigma. Have you noticed?
Exactly.
He didn't have boots until just now, by the way. 20 minutes in, he decided, I am going to buy some little booties.
Drums, yeah, he's got some nice cheap auras there, the Bassi, and Drum gives him some movement speed too. This is pretty much how you play 5 Enigma, right? Just run around, be a buffer for your team, just stun people in the fights casually, and it's so, how do you call it? Misleading, like how strong this stun is.
I find it's very strong once you get to the higher levels, like 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But it really starts to be annoying.
Yeah.
His lane wasn't actually as good as like the previous one. He actually rotated up really just go popping up the Death Prophet, take the tower, which was kind of fine. He was going to play exceptionally well and just surviving. And every time he was threatened, he would spin. TB'd the tier 2. He managed to get Possessed Mask. So between that and Healing Ward, whenever he was threatened in the lane and almost died, yeah, he just went and farmed neutral so he was health again and went back in the lane.
Dipping in and out.
All right, RoboZ, this is the big
play. Can they find the Kunkka?
Oh, they just entry.
And Juggernaut plants his body in that lane as well. Yeah, now Juggernaut's overlapped everyone. 13k net worth on him. Still has Aegis for a little bit. 20 seconds. Try and force a fight around it. The pocket and stuff comes to be a little bit there. And in the back, Viper being destroyed by Theo. The Tusk is soloing him. In comes King out to clear up the Viper now. Oh, no, on this road. We've got silenced up. We've got another Yules into the air. Have expired, but I don't think actually really care about it. 3-man tornado. RoboZ holds them back for a second. They'll retreat to high ground, but it's forced the Alchemist BKB. And the Ghosts are going, so high ground time for SG. They're going to go straight up to the tier 3 in the mid lane.
And so BKB on King R here.
I don't think I can tell you I've seen Alchemist be behind like 2 core heroes. That's how close his Kunkka is as well.
Yeah, like Kunkka was top of the network for the first 15, 16 minutes of the game.
Yeah, he essentially went Spirit Vessel and just hunted Timber and out over and over again, and then built an armor, so you can just like completely stay on the dire side.
That's so good.
Yeah, they have the info. Okay, yeah. People spent by the DP. Doesn't have any backup though. Like chasing people right now without the actual intention to kill them. Guys got different ideas. They know there's no BKB on the Alk, so they try to burst him down, and Burner falls. Alk gone, and if there's a hero you don't want to buy back on, it's an Alchemist, isn't it?
Definitely not. Seconds. I mean, the games just end, right? When the Alchemist buys back and dies here. Yeah. And the way SG are playing, they're just like keeping them in the base, unknown space, and they're not pushing the high ground either, because 1, it's too early, and 2, that's pretty much the only way you can lose.
Yeah, as long as you just choke Alk away from creeps, how do you lose this game? Oh man, you got another courier.
Oh, please. That's so good. Dude, at this point, you should just put like 2 Tinker couriers, because you know the next courier flying off from the Alk is going to go through the sides, and then you kill them again, so he never gets another item.
That's a GG right there, man. I'd be out.
It feels like RoboZ hasn't had much of a game either, right? Getting kind of lane counted by the Kunkka. Couldn't rate into Jug's lane to find kills. Couldn't move into King Ao's lane because he was so bloody.
He's trying to think of what to buy next. I don't think he's set on the Yules. I think he's trying to think if there's some like YOLO item he can get to save this game.
Scythe. I don't know. And KJ, +5 Enigma. That's a kill they can take, but how many does they lose for it? Because their back lines have been stabbed. In comes Adriano. And they killed off 2 of them. The supports have fallen, and this Invoker Tornado TP. Anything to stop him?
No, you can't get the vision on him. But you know, that's the dangling Enigma right there, right? You know, wiggling his ass. It's like, come on out here, guys.
True. He does wobble quite a bit.
I mean, when I used to play...
Alex and the creeps.
Runes?
Oh.
No.
Is he though?
Get out of there.
Look at how scared he is. Juggernaut nearly has a Skadi completed. And they've invaded this jungle incredibly quickly.
You got 1 camp.
At least it was.
Trent, have you ever heard of that term before? Wiggle your ass in front of them?
No, I don't think I've ever used that one.
Okay,
I've heard of dangle.
I mean, when we play, like, we always talk about that. Like, just go wiggle your ass in front of them. You know, back like 10 years ago, Dota 1 days. And then they just jump you and then
wasn't effective.
Just get wiped for it. Yeah, it was always effective. Especially like in the older days of Dota, people were not that intelligent and always fell for every bait.
Bunny do that quite a few times, and it seems to work on Elmer Fudd, so I get where it comes from.
Yep.
The butt wiggle bait.
The butt wiggle bait, yep.
Are they smoked up again? Yeah.
Can he really just do this? I mean, he has no cares on ADR.
Yeah, he's got, you know, it's like really? They see you. They know exactly where you're on top of that, Invoker sliced by Ghost to be yet again, and King out of that back. Here comes the DPC, and leader in the bot lane. And they're just cleaving through heroes. A double kill for the Jug, and this time they can go high ground. Feeling a bit stronger, forcing at least a buyback out of the Rubik. Maybe one from the Invoker.
The biggest problem here is the healing ward too. You were already running out of damage on Team Unknown, and then you gotta deal with the healing ward. Like, who's gonna go in there and kill that? Oh my god, everyone just still they do.
If you open this Overwatch case right now and it says Alpha and Creeps, what do you do?
Insufficient evidence.
You guys, it's not as clear cut as you think.
And Action Jug is so powerful.
I know, right? Jeez, he was sliced in the last couple of fights.
Like, does Timbersaw really want to move forward here? They've all, okay, the rest of the Radiant team have actually shifted away. They've left the Juggernaut completely alone.
Well, he's there for no reason. He has no business being there. He's just like showing off at this point. He already got the bags.
That's my favorite line to use in Dota games. There is nothing to gain there.
It's not something people typically understand in Dota, Trent.
If I've ever seen a desperation smoke, this is one. Feel the core. He was X-marked and TP back home, snowballing towards the Rubik now. Juggernaut going to run straight towards whatever target he can find. The Alpha to Invoker is not Invoker submitted. Gonna spin towards that poor Invoker. RoboZ has to buy back immediately. But it, again, spent this out BKB for nothing. Zip.
Well, that was a wiggle right there by the Tusk. You know, just baiting them in.
And they just keep X-Mark TPing people. Back to Fountain, back into the mid lane, continually regenning to full, and Roshan respawns right there.
Do you guys see this sentry? Oh, never mind. Okay, Viper can see it. It was right on the line. I thought he couldn't see it. We're good.
So you got the X marks, like you said, to go back and refill. Then you also got the healing ward to keep you topped off. It's like SG can map permanently, and that's the biggest problem for offliners. They hate when people can just stay on the map and constantly shove lanes out, and it just gives so much information to know where the Alk is.
Well, at least at this point, they're pretty limited on vision. They do have one off sentry actually still up on the high ground there. It's kind of an odd take that sentry, but they do still see up there.
Bye-bye, Alk.
Yeah, that's a damn.
What's that? He's dead without buyback. Celebratory black hole from KJ. Oh, he's killing off those creeps. He doesn't finish him. Game 2. saying it right. This is kind of do or die. One game now, separating them from the chance to be in that top 2 of the DPC SA Division 1.
$1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the spirit type coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, grabs the long ground, on to 3, Step as well as number 1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the Rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed the Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook, got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the Yules! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, Blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna fights Samel. The Colt's burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! Into disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the Wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the Aegis of the Immortal. OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find the stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawkshot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment.
Let's see what heroes are up to see if we can get a rapier or not, because we got the jungle.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's dive on in.
Yeah.
Speaking of rapiers, I just reminded a game I played this week. I was Enigma. I was super Omega tilted with my team because I was like doing so much and being
sounds like an Overwatch case.
Push back, and then I got this amazing 5-man black hole. I steal a rapier. I Roche with my rapier in level 25 Eidolons, and we win. That was, you don't expect.
That sounds like a YouTube video, Bowie. I'm gonna need to see the footy, or it's fiction, baby.
I won a game last night where the enemy got a rapier and we killed him and won with the rapier as well, Bowie. Rapiers all around. Maybe it's some sort of a Dota omen.
I want to see that rapier, but.
All right, back on topic, you nerds. So last game, I think you guys, if you are struggling versus Alchemist, like we all are, because frankly, he's extremely frustrating to play versus in pubs and in Dota in general, you should take a look at that last game and try and look at why that Alchemist got shut down, because Alchemist by a lot of people is still considered to be a pretty free win once he gets to the jungle, right? But they systematically destroyed everything that he tried to do because of vision. It was a full team effort, and that's why it's such a hard thing in pubs. It takes not only map movement coordination and vision coordination, but also itemization coordination, because they're all just staying on the other side of the map the entire time, all together as 5, pressuring, pushing, running at this guy. That's why Alk succeeds against uncoordinated lineups. But if you can somehow convince your teammates to do something like that, you could be SG in that last match.
So
good luck with that. But
that if we go to the enemy side of the map, they're gonna stay in their base and they're not farming.
If you kill them all several times, potentially.
Okay.
It pays dividends to have a good offense. Now SG.
Is that the saying?
That's my say.
I believe its offense is the best defense, but you know.
Yeah, that's overplayed. Dividends are in, Trent. Game stock and
they are
whatnot.
Yeah, the stonks.
The stonks, exactly. So back to the mods.
Wait, was G&E all just a giant, sort of hint towards Gambler coming? Was this all coordinated by Valve? Is this one of those real life things?
You're telling me Netflix was just the beginning, and that actually they planted the seeds for this GameStop rise so that the Gambler can take place in Dota, secure his seat in the meta alongside Hoodwink? Oh god!
I mean, we kept techies. I don't know.
Is that hero even fixable? I don't know.
Which one, Gambler or techies? Because they both seem to the same problem. Has techies ever been quote unquote fixed?
Fair point. You're making some good points here, Trent.
We were I was expecting this guy a couple times in the previous matches, and I think he just went totally ignored. So
I believe so.
Oh yeah. The Grim returns as they will have the fourth overall pick here, one of the most powerful picks.
Hey guys, what happened to Doom? Like, why is that hero dead? I think he's another one we haven't seen touched at all in RSA DPC.
His Axe got nerfed, and his Axe was the only reason he was kind of okay. I mean, he didn't get nerfed; he get destroyed.
Well,
the Infernal Blade.
The Axe wasn't the reason that you picked Doom Grimstroke, though. Isn't the Axe now the old Axe or something? Doesn't it make Doom do stuff again?
Yeah, I think the Shard is now the old Axe, but it's not as good as it was. Right?
Are you telling me Double Doom is not game winning anymore?
It's just like weak against.
Like we're seeing all these enigmas. Kings. Can I get a Grimstroke Doom?
Dude, it's a 5 enigma.
Why wouldn't you just pick like Beastmaster or something though? You know, in a lot of those scenarios.
For SG, you mean? Or
I just mean instead of Doom.
Oh yeah.
You know,
like a third of the cooldown of Doom. It still kind of does the same thing. More cast range, actually.
Good point. Fair.
Fair. All right. Well, we take Tidehunter, not the Beastmasters. Right. They had their choice, but it is versus the Enigma, so this is that logic once again. Yes, Kraken Shell doesn't work versus Black Hole, but you know he can't idle up your boars or something.
I feel like SGR you won. I don't think. What do you do now? That Enigma's gonna trash the Tide. They're gonna trash the Tide, and that's it. You just win a lane. You literally just win a lane when you pick Enigma.
Curveball. Tide's gonna go mid.
Ooh.
What heroes do they
unknown
ban?
Do have last pick
to save the Tidehunter's lane? Oh, they're not even thinking about the lane. They're thinking about the game. They're banning the Medusa. I was thinking more like Ursas and Monkey Kings and stuff.
I think they're like, okay, they have this Enigma, they can play mega greedy and just like protect the carry at all costs because the wave is always going to be close to SG's tower. Yeah, I don't like what they're doing here on Unknown right now. I guess that Grimstroke is a flex hero because they're one of the few teams that actually ran the mid Grimstroke, but I don't feel like he does that much so far. Maybe
what if they ran it
good in spell combos?
What if they did it like 4 and they put it with the Tide? Like, what if they just put it in the same lane?
What is going to be better about it? If they
I mean, you just gush the Enigma with Inkswell and you have the Stroke of Fate versus the Eidolons.
Yes, but I think he doesn't have to play the lane, right, as Enigma. He can just be the 9 and
well,
like
here's my problem. Do we not have a hard camp pull still? Like, why is this just like an inevitable, like, oh yeah, I guess you just can't pull anymore because he just killed the range creep? Like, I didn't see these Enigmas even able to walk up to the hard camp. So,
yeah,
like, unless they're going to body block it the whole time, I don't know. I feel like you can just kill the Eidolons, can't you?
Yes, you can. But then, like, the Tidehunter's not in the lane, right?
Because they're level 1.
Carry is free farming.
I don't know. I think this Enigma's... There's got to be some answers here. I feel like he's a little overrated right now.
It is harder. Like, even if you kill the Eidolons and you get the experience back, the carry's still free farming, and you have like 2 heroes dealing with Eidolons. It is really strong. I gotta say. There's obviously things you can do about it. Like you definitely want to block the camps. You don't really want the Enigma being able to master that. But the creep at Equilibrium, that's something you're not gonna be able to master with unless you have like a Shaker which they don't. They went for the Mirana 4.
Just need some tactics here, okay? That's our issue here. No one's employing the proper tactics.
Are the Eidolons really that tanky early on? Like the way Bo's talking about it, you're making it sound like these Eidolons are these godlike units
they're
that are
garbage.
untouchable.
They're garbage, but you can pull them. Like, they're just versatile.
Yeah, they're also slower than shit.
Yeah, they're pretty slow.
Ah, the
Just like
weakness
denying
is
every
okay. Okay.
So strong, dude. It's there's
Listen, he's on the SG train. Just leave him alone, all right? Enigma's going to win his 3rd game in a row.
Listen, I will agree 100% about the being able to deny range creep every time. That is absolutely, like, that is now the last deny mechanic like that, right? It was just Enigma and Lich, and he stands alone, so enjoy it while you can, Bowie, because I'll bet you right now it's not lasting for long.
I mean, maybe a patch drops after this game. Who knows?
There's no rules anymore.
Day before the major. Actually, guys, Enigma sucks now. Sorry.
Yeah. Iceprog doesn't like him anymore. They went for this Rubik again. I'm so surprised they value this hero that much.
Isn't it better against Tide, though? Like, that's another one. Because we were talking about Rubik into Enigma, but the 5 Enigma, it's not the same. This is still core Tide. You can steal some Ravages, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess you can much easier now with Rubik because of all the...
And I think, like, what SG did in the first game, they tried to have the Rubik 4 versus the Enigma 5, because then you, like, the Eidolons do no damage when you zap them with the Fade Bolt. So it's one of the few 4s that can trade well versus Enigma 5. Most 4s don't. And then Mirana 4, terrible. Like, yeah, she can kill one Eidolon with arrow, but she has no damage block, so she actually takes, like, much more damage than an Earthshaker would.
I think I say with like PL, Ricky, or PA. One of these like shifty kind of jumping around heroes.
Yeah, I wonder if they want to just pick a mid hero right now and last pick their carry, having the better matchup.
Well, the thing is they see the off lane though at the same time.
I mean,
so
Mars
it's like
middle. All right, they go Tron. We did see Mars middle, but yeah, I think it's a really good strong combo having Troll Grim, and Troll doesn't have that many counters actually.
It doesn't feel like it. Honestly, Troll has felt super solid in most of the games we've seen. Even these other really top tier carries have been a little more hit or miss. The Troll is a beast.
I would wager that he's a losing record though. I'm
overall or in SA?
In SA. I think overall too he might actually. No, overall he is, holy shit, he's 57.55% overall. Yeah,
the analyst is wrong.
Hey, I was mostly talking about SA. Let me check.
I guess like Weaver is probably the best carry that jumps to mind versus Troll. But I don't think
the Drow
64%. Alright, he's actually crushing it in SA.
When the host snipes it. Oh,
my bad.
Well, this is nice. That's a good way to cut up the watermelon.
Oh,
Spark with a blade.
All right. You know, if this was not a 4DR team, you could also say that this Lark could be middle, but I don't remember seeing 4DR ever playing that hero, so it's probably going to be Carrie's Lark anyway.
Is this a Costa Beal classic? Is this... I don't think of him with this hero, but I'm sure it's in his repertoire.
It's not an HFN's Lark, but it's a good South American Lark player.
And they're just going to ban some anti-Slark heroes. And they're going to ban the 8 Aaron Invoker, yeah.
Do you think Viper? Oh no, Viper's already out.
For SG, you mean though? Like what do they need?
Yeah, I think
yeah, blind mid.
Counter.
I mean, what do I want here? OD's still in, actually.
Ooh. He was nerfed a little bit.
Nerfed.
I think very playable. It's like 1 armor, 5 movement speed. Excuse me, a little bit of extra mana now on Astral, longer cooldown on Arcane Orb. It sounds like a lot, but it's a lot of little small things where OD is still OD. He's a little less oppressive at level 1 because the Orb has a 50% longer cooldown, but...
I'd like some more tower pressure since they don't really have any with the level 1 Eidolon Enigma.
Yeah, that's actually a big problem. Like, they started trying to go full-on push on SG, but they got banned quite a bit.
I hate to be this guy, but you could buy Meteor Hammer on OD.
Can't you just like last pick Beastmaster here and play Mars middle?
I mean,
I guess they have Pro, but they definitely like push.
Timber is still in too. Actually, so if they tried like a Mars mid, that could be a little disastrous. No, I mean unknown. Like if they if they try and run the Mars mid. Just try to
What
think of
about
things
like a
that make them kinda
DK
sad.
here?
I mean, he's like, what else gives you push, right? DP's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I mean,
it's
we're scraping a little bit.
I don't know. I can't say I'm into it. I heard there were a couple DKs today, actually. I think Viking GG picked it as well.
Yeah, he's popped up a little bit. Oh,
wow!
Back
Full
for
on
the
kill
tiny.
mode.
So mid tiny then,
or is that Theolacore tiny?
Yeah, I'm thinking
5 Rubik. Nah.
With a 3 Enigma.
Yeah,
It looks like such a risky last pick when you.
That's core.
Oh, buddy. Is he ever still in? The Outhouse Devourer. He makes it through, and 10th pick here. This looks like a great OD game.
Can you mid tiny versus OD?
Now that they nerfed the orb, I think you can. I think it's
yeah, I
way
guess you're
worse.
right, actually. Yeah. That makes such a huge difference for melee matchups.
I wonder though, like this OD Mirana combination, I think it's pretty easy to kill Tiny.
I think it's still not fun for Tiny. You're definitely right. It's a little bit better than it was, but that still sounds like a really rough matchup. And remember, it's only the first 2 levels of orb that have been hurt. So it's like those first couple waves are really bad, but if you're mid OD, you get that XP really fast. It's the faster you level up, the less of a difference it makes. So
Bowie, can Theolacore carry this game on this Rubik? Because it's a good Rubik game.
It is. Well, I'm not gonna say I hope he can because I'm an unbiased caster. I think there's definitely a chance for Theolacore to carry this game, but I feel like a nose draft here is probably the best draft they had in all 3 games. Very little push on SG. They have this Tide Hunter to protect the towers, that immovable wall Tiban loves to talk about.
I just hate their heroes on SG.
Yeah, it looks great.
I just Slack, Tiny.
I love the emotion. Like it's not logical. I just hate them.
Oh, but it's map 3 Brazil though. Oh, that's true. Brazil ping and they're going kill draft. Ooh, trying to do saves.
It's a smart idea.
Aspect.
It's a pretty big aspect.
I mean, I've got to go unknown. I really believe in the OD. I think OD is a hero. You 10th pick him with a reason, and the reason is it's a damn good OD game. So I'm feeling it here. All right. Well, Gary, we need some help as well. You don't have an alchemist to ride on this time. Now you've got to make the big decision. Game 3, the hope for SG hanging in the balance. Where are you at, bud? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm liking the look of this Outhouse Decorator, Outworld Devourer, Obscure Defenestrator, whatever you want to call them. It's a pretty good pickup there in that last slot for Unknown. And I kind of lean with Trent. The timing of the slot last pick look a little bit wonky, but the last touch going, talking about the kill draft on the Brazilian server, potentially they can do it, can't they, Thieben?
Yeah, they can do it. I can see how both of these lineups can work out, but at the end of the day, I'm not a huge fan of Tiny. This is the one hero where I'm like, I see it last picked and it's good when it has a flex potential in the early game. Not so good once it's like your last pick hero and this is the hero that you found to be able to make space for you. You're playing against Tide, you're playing against Troy, you gotta save on the OD. Tiny doesn't like playing into this Grimstroke's Phantom's Embrace. You know, there's a lot of factors going on, and I mean, he's gotta play so well on ADR this game, Gary.
He sure does. Interesting little bit of all chat coming out at the start there. Costa Beal.
What is it?
Yo Blue, what about our deal? XD.
This is not ranked.
This is not ranked, says Yodomi. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, we got a lot of money on the line here, buddy. We ain't looking to gain a 30 MMR.
Run like the dogs you are.
Yeah,
maybe they just have like a friendly deal, Gary, where they're like, oh, you know, I won't kill you if you don't kill me. You just chill.
Yodomi's just going to leave it for his teammates to kill him instead. But yeah, again, going back to what the panel was saying, super important for SG here. You know, winning this, they do, of course, have to go up against Beast Coast, and they're also looking at Thunder Predator in their next series as well, but potential for them to go to the major. Looking like they're in a decent spot. Well, this is going to be it. This final game, game 3 of the series, they do have the Enigma. And you said in the last one, the defining factor, that common denominator, position 5 Enigma for KJ yet again.
Okay, so if SG win this game, it's because of Enigma, alright?
But if they lose, it's because of the Tiny.
If they lose, it's not because of Enigma, it's because their draft sucked.
Fair enough. Strong words, but understandable.
I do understand why they picked the heroes they picked and the reasons for it on the side of SG. I just feel like Unknown did get the upper hand here. I think Troll is an incredibly good hero. I saw it in like week 1 and people were still skeptical about it, but when I play pubs, this is the one hero I feel like he's gonna outcarry. Once he gets ahead, I don't know how to bring him down anymore.
It feels kind of difficult to, look and prod at him in lane, right? Unless you have the perfect lane set up with a ton of damage over time, harassing him, because he just throws the ranged axes at you, chases you, right-clicks you, and you're like, well, shit, my lane's kind of over in this situation.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I gotta go with Unknown here in this draft, though. Like, if I was gonna favor one of the teams, it's gotta be Unknown. And it solely comes down to, for me, the Troll matchup, what he's up against. Like, Enigma 5, Enigma in general is a pretty decent hero against Troll, but Enigma 5 is not gonna be a threat against this Troll unless it gets to like 30 to like 50 minutes in, where Enigma 5 has like a dagger and a BKB ready.
We'll see what this Coastal slot can bring to the table too, because there's a few things he's got to worry about. Santa's Eclipse and Ravage, arrows and Phantom's Embraces all going his way. Up in a lane against the Mirana Tide. And Yodomi's Grimstroke is going to be up here for a little bit too. You want to put the Grim down bottom, right? Even though the Enigma's top.
Exactly. You don't want to ever tri-lane into the Enigma, who's just constantly denying these range creeps also. So you're gonna lose too much XP. He's just showing up here and he's gonna TP out very soon. He's just trying to see if he can get something going with the Gush for a first blood play. Plus the Troll blocked bottom, so he's gonna get level 2 right away.
Nice to CP from Yodomi. Back down with that safely. The Tidehunter's already pulled the Slark out. And Costabil, cutting through some trees, backing away. And then in that mid lane, RoboZ up against Andriano. 3-0 start for your OD. What's your favorite name for him? Because he's had a few little name changes there. The old Outworld Devourer, Outworld Destroyer.
Outworld Devourer.
The original name?
Yes. There's nothing else. It's either original or bust. OG or bust. Like, I still call Windrunner, not Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you miss the old like flavor names? You know, like Bloodseeker with Strigveer, and then Chantress was Iuster and stuff like that.
Dino says Akasha.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Who that is.
Pain, of course.
Yep.
And then we also had like the special players, right? Like the Yafet Shadow Fiend.
Oh yeah. How about Vagina?
Vagina. Oh, come on, you can't pronounce it like that. Magina, please. Vagina. Yes, absolutely. Good old anti-mage. My old friend.
That's definitely the best one.
Is Adriana dead in the mid lane, by the way? There's another Astral here. Tiny, just being gone up by RoboZ.
Dead, right?
Fairy Fire.
Got a Fairy Fire. Okay. There's that nerf. That's that orb nerf right there. Not getting the kill. No, honestly though, kind of talked a little bit about the nerf to OD. In my opinion, it's huge. When one hero gets 4+ nerfs, always gonna be huge. It doesn't matter how like small it is. 5 movement speed, some extra mana cost, cooldown
on one armor.
Yeah, I mean, this is all like, it's all painful, right? Like even before he got, it wasn't like we saw OD in every single game. It had potential to be played in multiple roles, but pretty significant.
Yeah, very often it's how it feels, right? How the hero feels. You're not necessarily wondering or worrying about the numbers, but it's definitely noticeable once you get your hands on it.
It's also how the hero skill builds, right? You just keep one leveling Q and then you max out everything else. So now you got that 6-second cooldown on Q. It's there for a long time. Yeah. It's not like you're gonna be scaling it up early on. So you might even see some adjustments to OD skill builds potentially.
No, that's Mirana wandering around, leaving Tide alone. He's got a nice little wave drag back though.
Yeah,
after kill keeps getting his experience going.
They also got that Astral Imprisonment into arrow combo that could possibly throw onto mid lane. Like, just Unknown's draft in general has so much synergy in this game.
Kind of where I thought the Mirana was heading. The Costa build might be in a spot above it now. If Witch can slice this arrow through the trees, oh, it's a salve for Slark, never mind.
Slice?
You're right.
Is that the
That's my favorite word now.
Yeah,
slice.
Yeah,
I saw a Juggernaut earlier.
Slice through that watermelon.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna slice through that.
Slice through the air. Nice bit of forward momentum. Angular velocity.
There's an Indus Enigma here, but it's not very high level, so.
Level 2. Where's the black hole, KJ?
Yeah, dude, actually, back in TI4, if you didn't get level 6 on Enigma by 4.5 minutes, you were bad on Enigma, and you were supporting. So you were jungling, you were trying to get level 6 by 4.5 minutes, then you would smoke up instantly and go make a black hole play on the enemy mid laner. That was legit the meta of Enigma.
Was that still the Was that the Helmet Dominator patch? Or was that
no? What? What?
What was Enigma
when
buying?
Did the Dominator came out? I mean, he just bought like Mech, Blink, BKB, support Enigma. Yeah.
When did Domi come out? Do we not have Helmet Dominator TI4?
It wasn't the same Dominator that we have now.
Oh, like taking creeps and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Something else back in TI4.
My memory fails me. I'm sure the panel have got some words in chat in a second. Tiny's first rotation though, grabbing some bounty runes, coming down towards bottom lane. We'll be able to scout some stuff out, see if there's any stacks first. Troll is
a very early rotation though. Yeah, he wants to get some momentum here. As soon as they see guys,
there's a lift. And the top though. First blood comes in.
First blood, yeah.
Sure is. TP rotation from Mirana as Yudomi turns. Great Israel and that stroke of fate takes
very
a
nice.
Tiny. Look at him
they went for too much. Very greedy play there from ADR. He should just set up for the first blood and backed off. I mean, now that he's dead, he's given a lot of experience with Mirana. Mirana's also... Okay. Never mind. She's just dead.
Just dead.
I was gonna say, yeah, she's gonna get a bunch of Bexy, but she just sat right in front of the tower, let herself get speared up there. But, you know, overall though, big win for SG now that they got that Mirana kill. 3.
Trying on that top lane as well. Side lane rotations. Onto the tide with the toss back. Drakil's still alive thanks to the stick charges. 20 HP gets out there and Tiny. Oh, is he gonna die again?
No, he
gets a kill and dies, and there's the second slips. RoboZ drops it on him. KJ's gonna turn with the Malphite, but there's a substantial amount of damage from Yudomi and RoboZ to finish him off with that final click.
And that is the Tiny with no TP now. Is he still level 5, Gary?
Yes. 5.5.
Yes. Oh lord, that is your mid Tiny, your last pick hero. Like you were hoping to absolutely destroy this game, and there you have it.
Like OD's nearly level 7, honestly. He's got Meteor Hammer, he's got an Observer to place down if he wants to in that mid lane. He could just look for kills. Oh, he can push it.
Yep. Just a lot of tower damage. I mean, tier 1 mid, the most important tower in the early game to take.
Oh,
he feels great.
Adriano's given up on that mid lane. He is now what looks like a position 4 Tiny. He is full on roaming.
Oh boy.
2600 net worth. Bottom lane, here he comes. Burner in the trees. 3 heroes converging on it. He clears the trees though, so they can see him to get Adriano on top of the troll wall. Get the kill, but look at this. The power range is arriving. Drakil's ready with a Ravage. They want to focus on this Adriano Tiny so bad. Well, gushing down. The Ravage securing the kill. Tiny's got to be so distraught about how the past 2 minutes have gone for him.
He's got 3 deaths. I mean, this is like... He's making some plays happen, but the way that he's playing makes me feel like he's very uncomfortable playing this early, right? Because typically you see Tinys, you know, they push lanes, they farm, they get like a rune, and then they make rotations. Some of these plays look very forced. And he's the one who's like losing out on that.
Making a bit of space for Coach to be able to get his farm on. Not looking too bad on the Slark. Mars is doing alright. Oh, but in the mid lane, Rubik's been found by the combo. Oh, is that self-astral? Yeah, he steals it. Buys a bit of time for himself. And a final touch from RoboZ clears him up for a killing spree. And Tiny is still level 5 up in the top lane. He was hunting Troll for a second there. Burner, he's scanned, he's scouting, he's looking. Where is the Tiny? Troll is also level 5.5, bound by another Tiny combo. Goes to build one there, but Tiny's level 5, so he doesn't do that much damage. He's got a 3-1-1 build.
She did like what, 300 damage? OD though, mid. That's a big jump. They can get
Has the arena on him. Spinning up against the side. And RoboZ.
That's it.
That's a huge one for SG, and they might get Yudomi too with the body blocks from Theo, waiting for the spear to come back up, and the God's Rebuke. It's +5 Grimstroke. They're going into tier 1 mid 4. King Al gets it, but they're going to lose out the Enigma. Leap forward from the Rana, leap out again. Misses out on the arrow, nearly catching Theo on his retreat. It does feel kind of desperate and forced, like you said, though, from SG.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be okay if they can give the tome to the Tiny later, to give him that XP to catch up, and if he continues to do this, like, the Mars is getting ahead though, and so is the Sark. He's creating a little bit of this pressure where his other cores can farm, and oh, they got the toss back. Did they? Oh no, saved by the OD. Where is he gonna land? Oh, okay, that's where he's gonna land, like right in the middle of the lane.
I was zooming out to see the astral like high up in the sky, thanks to the toss. Oh, there's a haste read for Tiny now. Oh, man. Usually with a mid-Tiny 10 minutes in, you're looking at, you know, 1.5k gold, maybe 1200 saved up. Blink Dagger's on its way, he's coming. Oh, looking so good for Adriano. Top lane, the Troll's made his home up there. Kills off a courier for free. Comes to the middle trying to finish off the Echo Saber. Pops his Dark Pack pretty early on. Maybe a little worried there that Jokil would pop the Ravage, but they're focusing on the objective instead.
Yeah, this is much better. And now you got the Tide Ravage, the OD save, the 3 cores are together. SG can't take middle, and they're gonna have to give this up, and this is gonna create a lot of space for the Troll now. And now that Troll is also level 6, the Tiny can't make those plays any longer. Because if he ever tries to do it and the Troll lives, he's gonna pop the Battle Trance and Tiny's just dead. After that.
What's KJ up to?
He is getting some XP top. You know, he didn't get the tome. He had to give it to his teammates.
Scrambling.
Did you see? Was it the Rubik?
I'm not sure. I would assume Tiny, honestly, but I'm not 100% on that.
Tiny's only level 7 though. It was Rubik? Oh, this ass. He was already level 6. Should definitely give it to the man who's created so much space for him to get that level 6 early on the Rubik. Because Tiny moved around and the Rubik was the one who stayed mid, right? It's a very selfish teammate there, Gary.
Very selfish. Do you need a bit of space? So selfish. Mars is hunting. It's only Mirana down there though. Can't really go on her. King Ao closing in on the Yule Scepter. But SG, they've got to group up with this tiny Enigma top. They want to use this black hole, maybe get the Troll Warlord. He did show himself under that Dar Observer in top tier 1.
Oh, black hole, they got black hole. After the oh goodness gracious, this is not looking like damage, boys. That combo.
That wasn't a tombo.
He
didn't tombo.
That was not. That was an avalanche. Wait for it.
That's creep.
Yep.
I think they've got a pretty good idea of this vision on the Troll now, but yeah, Burner's had free time up here to get that Maelstrom going pretty quickly.
Honestly, Gary, even if they did get the Tombo off, I'm not sure if they had the damage rate. He's only level 7 at the time. Right? Oh, they're trying again. They're gonna try again. What's going on? What is this? He's like touching him. I mean, they're kind of like touching him, you know? Making it out like he's unsafe. Yeah, get out. And Troll's out. And it's like, all right, buddy.
I'm gonna go farm Ancients. You can have the lane, Tiny.
Yep.
Battle trancing for the Ancients.
I mean, to be fair, the Sark and the Mars are very farmed, though.
Oh, TP cancel bottom lane, stop the tide for rotating. And mid lane, they lose the Rubik to that leap in from Mirana. Tidehunter's stuck down bottom now. He's got Ravage and he's trapped inside the arena. Does Drakil want to force it?
Use it. He's
There's
not
no rotation. He's got Moonlight Shadow, but he's got no reveal.
Moonlight. Yep. You know core players, they don't carry that. Very good.
Dark Pact is down. He's just used it.
Oh, they're gonna do it. Oh, he's so dead.
Beautifully set up by Unknown.
Very nice.
I mean, a lapse in judgment by SG, I think, as well, can be factored into that.
He did not expect that the Tide was just going to chill around and Ron's going to come there and kill him. Playing a little too efficient there by the Sark.
I'm not going to smoke up immediately. KJ pops up They've given the Inkswell to Widge. I don't think she's going to be able to leap onto the Enigma right now, but with the Banish and the meeting, I'll wait until it hits the H. Gareth comes crashing down onto it. I've stolen Astral there on Theo. And I know there's some vision over in that jungle too. If they do Astral up the Mirana, one leap remaining to get her down to the low ground. Is it lift back into the pounce? Getting something out of it.
Which kind of hesitated a little bit there to get away from the Rubik. Got killed for it. Slark did TP to the top side, so they know Slark is not bottom. There won't be a lot of pressure going down there.
And he's got the possessed mask.
Oh yeah, delicious.
The game-winning item.
Mask. Echo Saber too, but not something that you typically see on Slark these days, I want to say. But he's playing against Tide. I think that's why he went for it.
We've seen a couple of different builds from this Slark. Oh god, that Mars Arena. Over in the dire triangle. Domi looking for those bounty runes. They'll steal one, forces the arena. It's the rest of SG moving in with Astral into Astral into the black hole. No mana for it. Can't get it done, but with the avalanche chance, Adriano has slain Robo-Z. And the Slark riding onto the Tide Hunter, sitting at about half HP. Another Astral. Rubik just lining it up for a pounce back in onto Widge. Do they have the avalanche from the high ground? They sure do. Clearing up the Mirana, kill after kill. Now it's Unknown's turn to have a bit of a chain feed. Tide Hunter with a hood, 11-1 charges. He's attacking fast. They get the soul blind, but they've destroyed Drakeel. 4 kills in a row. Warlock's the only one unscathed after that.
Tide in that Ravage. The moment your OD dies, you just gotta get out if you're Unknown, because you know the troll is not gonna be coming into these engagements.
Toss back. Find the grim stroke. Sliced in. It does come landing onto Andriano, but it rules up will stop the OD from doing any further damage, and they kill the tier 1. This game has turned so quickly. Like Tony had just an absolute disaster of an early game, but now it feels like actually winning.
Dagger. Yep. I think Unknown just kind of overconfident there. Thinking they can defend that tier 1 after, or try to help get some kind of return kill after the OD got picked off. All they had to do was just sit in front of the tower with the Tide and wait for them to come into the Tide and just counter initiate with the Mirana and the Grimstroke. So because of the chain feeding, like you said, they were able to take this tier 1 tower, which should have been very hard for SG to take.
And now, a lot of room for the Slark.
Definitely. SNY too. That's going to be a good item against the OD. It's going to mess with his Astral into Meteor Hammer combo.
Yeah, and then Tiny gets that top lane for free. He's going to have his Echo Saber coming up soon. Do you feel like SG need to go out on the map and smoke and make plays, or with this Slark kind of farming away, you're all right with it?
It's a good idea to go out and make plays right now because it's nighttime. You got that night vision advantage from the Slark, and you are killing wards thanks to the ultimate of Slark too.
Oh yeah, he knows where all your vision is. Double leap from Mirana gets out. Tide Hunter also felt something was coming, so slipping past the smoke there from SG.
Which is also rushing Aghanims. No defensive items really, apart from the HP that Ags give. Not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, no Yule Scepter, no... They're going for Tranquils as well, no Arcanes or Mech or anything like that we've seen from other past 4 Miranas.
Something to help your teammates, right? Because now if you go this build, you have to be doing damage.
Oh, Enigma frontlining.
To provide a lot. Arrow misses.
I didn't expect Arrow to miss. I thought it was going to actually scratch his back, but Tide Hunter isolated now under the Midnight Pulse. Slark's going to come in for some more bonus action. On the left-hand side, finding Domi. Another Yules for this. It's OD. He's got a Meteor Hammer to drop from Malphite and another Astral Spirit. And taken down 3 heroes in a row. The Troll Warlord is not ready to fight right now. Unknown are playing 1 man down.
They are indeed. And you know, it's possible that we can go back and talk about how Tiny made all that space and pressured the troll and kept him low enough in network that he's not able to hit his timings fast enough.
Sort of making the troll anxious?
Yeah, maybe ADR is just a genius with his plays.
You have learned nothing.
Like, you know, making the best out of a bad situation. It didn't look particularly good, but I think you're right. Sort of retrospectively, it wasn't particularly bad. Maybe we railed on him a little bit too much. Adriano. I mean, his net worth still doesn't look amazing when he's making the plays where it counts.
It's just so funny. Right? He just called me a genius, and then he just went for that stun toss combo to Mirana, and he missed.
Well, they might find a troll with it. Arena Spear missing.
Oh boy, that was a sure kill, right? If they got him.
Looked like it should have been, yeah. Now it's King Owl that's in trouble. Leaps forward, Inkswell not going to be there to connect it now with that final leap. Does he die here? Rubers, he's the one to actually fall back towards the mid lane. Theo the court takes down the OD, and King Owl is just fine in a 1 versus 3. Rotate the Rubik back down with another Astral, and I feel like the stolen Astral for his Rubik have been way more impactful than the ones from the OD himself, because they get another kill on Yodomi.
This is why people want to pick OD.
Here we are, and it's real deep. King Owl getting out the tower. Final spear slices through the Grimstroke. Slug is still alive. The battle. Mars saved up by another Astral. They're diving in deeper. They're on the tier 3. Shoulders on before the Mirana. Adriano has got 1 charge. No, he still falls, but they take down another 4 in return. This time it's without the Tide Hunter being involved.
He's taking the role of the troll. He's like, alright, my turn to farm. Why you guys all die bottom? It's just this game, Gary. It's like SG touch someone on unknown. That hero they touch is like surely dead, but they still send in backup to try and help that guy who's dead. And they keep beating more kills over and over again. That's happened like 4 times now, where unknown just have to settle down, you know, take one part of the map, chill there. If SG run into them into that one part of the map, then you can fight. And until you get your item timings, you don't fight.
Yeah, this OG has a pretty spectacular laning stage now with 4th in net worth, struggling to catch up to a Slark who is slamming away the goal. He's got 12k net worth to his name, nearly a BKB at this point. And trying to control up an SNY BKB Slark is going to be a really tough challenge. So they're going to smoke around with the troll
now. So the best thing to deal with the Slark would be
doesn't have it yet.
Alright, miscommunication on the Ravage hit.
Really actually rushing a bit. They're still going to take down the Rubik. Self-tools from the black hole coming. KJ Silos. You can't get it done. It's going to be huge for KJ, but in the nick of time, the Grimstroke gets the thousand breaks off the end. Now the Slark pounces down the low ground. Maelstrom props coming out to the Acrospat and the arrow. There's the kill they needed. Unknown strike back, and Adriano can't finish the Mirana. Puts himself in harm's way. Tied out with another gush, slow him down with the ranged axes coming. They can chase this one. It looks like another kill. A 5-man wipe is incoming for Unknown. Troll Warlord. Another Tombo, a buyback from Enigma. Where's KJ going? He's still in Fountain.
He's just scaring them.
Okay. The scare tactics.
The scare black hole, exactly. I mean, maybe he wouldn't have died anyway, but now he's alive. Now he's got out. Network is looking pretty bad. He's not going to get BKB like for the next 10 minutes, and if he dies again, he's gone for a long time. But great fight there from Unknown. Like, they got the Ravage with the dagger, they got the Troll ultimate. Again, a little bit of miscommunication on the Astro plus the Ravage thing, but it still worked out in the end. And Slark's got to be careful. You really can't man fight into the Troll if they're all grouped up together on Unknown.
It looked like the sickest black hole I'd ever seen, though. Like, 5-man black hole was there within, within an inch.
So the silence comes out. KJ. You know what I want to see from him? I want to see him get the blink, and then just get the shard. Like, forget about the beacon. Just get in there.
Get in, suck him in.
Yeah, exactly. Suck him in instead. Just wait for all the spells to be blown, like the OD Astro, the silence, the Tide ulti, and then just go in for the black hole after that.
Just like a tiny die, you know? Let Tiny jump in, tank a load of spells, tank a load of damage, then the Enigma comes in last second. Clears them all up. Mirana farming on division, and pretty close to this Adriano Tiny. But they will all group up together again.
That's a huge damage boost for Unknown's lineup now.
It looks like they want to try and get a pick and then play into Roshan. Going up towards that top jungle. Troll Warlord's already shoved out the wave. There is a area.
This is why they're making this Invis play aggressively right now. Because Ravage
One-man Ravage. Follow up with the arrow. Simple pick. 50 seconds without the Mars. And Roshan time.
Roshan time, let's go. There's a good momentum play. I mean, if you don't get Roshan out of this, and like if it's just a tier 2 tower, I think SG can just revive and run at Unknown.
Yeah.
And you should do it. And you got a BKB too on the Stark now. So you got your timings on SG. It's fighting mode.
25 seconds with no Mars though. A little bit tentative without that king out. But if Unknown goes to the Roche Pit at this moment without Ravage, that could be their undoing. Take the outpost up top after that tier 2, of course. Bot lane's pushing back in towards the Radiant side, so somewhere that they could move someone down to farm, but like relinquishing this area of the map feels pretty bad when it's 25 minutes in, Roshan's alive, and you know both teams are vying for control.
Yeah, I think this just comes down to Tide using Ravage there and not being able to get the Roshan right after.
So here's that smoke. Just what you wanted.
They have to sit at the tier 2s. No one knows. Do not go out there.
That's a Tombo. Leashed and pounced upon by Costabile, and Adriano claims the kill. The bonus one, Cherry on top, the Grimstroke, he gets that soulbind as his dying breath. Tie down to Troll, all retreating. Get back to base.
Yeah, Unknown, their anticipation is just not there. Like, this is what differentiates a tier 1 team with all the other teams. Understanding what the enemy's next play is because of what you've done. And they did not anticipate this instant smoke up and run at you from SG, and now they're gonna give up 2 heroes, potentially a Roshan. Actually just back off. They realize they don't really have that physical damage at the moment, and it was only 2 support kills they got so far. So Tide has 30 seconds left on his Ravage, and then let's just see Unknown go back and do the same thing again, and hopefully this time we get more than just 1 kill.
Yeah, they've got to be aiming for these bigger team fights. Would you want to be starting fights like that with the Blink Ravage, or would you rather, you know,
it's okay to do that?
Or?
No. I think you want to do the Blink Ravage play, but you need to get like 2 heroes with it, I think. Because you want the OD to just blink in, you know, hit 2 times, drop the ulti, Mirana arrow follows up, you got that double Starstorm going, and you can just delete 2 heroes. And don't let SG set up for the fight. Pretty much. Because there's no other instant disables on Unknown team, apart from the Ravage. I think Astro gives the opponent 4 seconds to get ready.
And react.
Exactly.
They're in a good spot now on that high ground. Still in position to defend Roshan. SG still all grouped up. What's Rubik got now? Tide Hunter blown up. 50 seconds without him now. The arena's going to find the Grimstone because another bonus kill. You know me. Swell. In comes the slot. Bonus LG and the OD. Oh dear. I think they're going to call it. They speared back. Don't even need a black hole. Whereas he's dead. Jesus. Another quick triple there coming through from SG. And they've got a number of objectives they can go for. Tier 2 mid lane. They can maybe pressure a buyback. They've got Roshan open to them. Troll Warlord, yes, he's pushed all the way to tier 3, but he's got no fight to join into.
No, I'm sorry, Gary. I don't know why Unknown didn't just group up with the Troll while the Ravage was up. They just kind of let the Troll split push top, sat middle with like 3 heroes, and that's it. They had the Basher already ready on the Troll. They gotta tighten up a little bit here.
Yeah, they looked really good in game 1 in that regard, right? Playing very tight-knit as that group, smoking, using Moonlight Shadow to catch people. And this time around, the last couple of games, SG have looked much, much better. And now TPing bottom, the anticipation you were talking about. They know where the Mirana is. They also know Troll is shown on that lane. Astro into Spear. This time around, King Owl makes damn sure he doesn't miss. Sounds weird, Troll Warlord is being fueled up here. SG have everyone bar the Enigma down bottom, no TP, he's got BKB Battle Trance, and they've left him this time. They've said, okay, Burner, you are out of position, you are dead.
He didn't even pop his spells there, just died.
Accepted his fate.
Yeah. I feel like maybe he should have popped his spells and tried to bring someone low enough so they can't just keep hunting and going for Roshan potentially here. But realize that, okay, it's better if I just hold my 10-second BKB or 9-second BKB and then fight again later.
He's dead for 45 seconds though, so there's a lot of room for SG now to push all 3 lanes towards them, farm every single jungle camp on the map. Like, even Enigma right now is like, cool, I've got time to get BKB, I'm gonna be there soon.
Do you feel, Gary, that the OD has done more good or harm in this game by being in the game?
Overall, I'd say it's kind of balanced. Like the first, 7-8 minutes seemed pretty good. He got that meteor tower fast. Tier 1 tower looked pretty dead. Then the remaining, 20 minutes? Yeah, not so great.
Feels that way too. And he went for the blink as well before going for this BKB, and I think he just needs his BKB so badly. Now they're gonna get a Roshan on SG too. And this is a hard Roshan to take, like they don't have good physical damage.
Do you feel like this problem may be caused by Slark in the Vision game? Like, kind of looking at the map and thinking about the last 15 minutes or so, like, the Vision game has been super hard for the Radiant.
Definitely. I think Unknown did not play well, like, together as well, right? You play against the Slark, you're going to be running low on Vision. You need to take over one area of the map and you need to protect that area. So SG don't just take over everything. But I feel Unknown has spent a lot of this game just splitting up, trying to be as efficient as possible. And you really can't do that against Slark.
Yeah, because I'm seeing Grimstroke with a gem, and I feel like I very rarely see gems picked up, especially this early on. I'm trying to deal with all these orbs and sentries that are coming out from the Dire squad. But there's the last outer tower taken down, and Bowie, you are correct. Enigma now has the BKB completed.
Got it.
Bottom lane. Tiny finds the tide. He does have a TP, but dusted up. So Moonlight Shadow not going to save.
That's gone now.
Oh yeah,
no more
just pops it off.
I can shell. Yep. Walk away. Easy peasy. But yeah, this black hole is going to be very efficient now. Effective. I mean, like there's nothing to stop the black hole apart from an OD save here. Alright, Gary, you know what they need on Unknown on this OD? So this Rubik will stop stealing Astral.
Lincoln?
And saving Alice. No, he needs an Essence Flux. He needs that shard. Buy the shard, click the Essence Flux before the fight begins, and then show yourself to the Rubik. Rubik will click it, steal that, and now he doesn't have Astral anymore for like a good 20 seconds.
Just don't give him Astral. He's been real spot on with that. We've nearly got a Rubik BKB. He's got bots, Etherlens, Blink, buying a BKB now.
Oh, okay. So he wants to BKB the Ravage and then steal it right away. Doesn't get hit by it. Yeah, Theo is owning this game, man.
Pretty sweet plan, if you can get it done.
He's been playing very well.
2.5 minutes left on that Aegis, though. Unknown sweeping all the way across through their own jungle. It looks like Slark is the only hero they've got an inkling of where he is. Tiny and Mars, 2 tanky boys, going to breach the high ground too. And Unknown, they've split again. Trolls TP'd home. Odie's trying to get out of there. Adriano's found the simple kill. The gem is also on the deck. Ooh,
Oh, they don't know about the gem.
Yeah, the dive noticed it.
They didn't know that he had a gem this whole time, and it's really good they didn't catch the OD there, because I think the illusion spotted him, but they were already committed to the Grimstroke. OD kill would have been very painful.
Now it's just waves and waves of pressure though. Every single lane converging towards Radiant base. And it feels like
SG have... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just going to say Unknown are probably out of smokes at this point. How do you leave your base to go and do something?
It's very hard. You gotta wait for the Aegis to run out. I think that's their #1 thing they're looking at. They can't really go out and do anything unless the Aegis out. If you run into a Slark, Slark's just gonna man up on you, and then you get exposed. SG are gonna start rotating all the heroes to that one Slark.
It's basically Slark with 3 lives, with Shadow Dance and Aegis and BKB. Enigma still farming jungle. No worries, says KJ. You guys can keep out playing on that map. I'm just gonna sit back in the triangle. It's my turn now. Slark and Tiny have had their run in the jungle to farm. I'm gonna stack some caps for myself. And look at there, the difference between the 2 carries. Coastabile 7, 2, and 8, 730 XPM, close to 600 GPM, and Burner struggling. A good 4,000 net worth behind. That's one big item behind. And you might get closed in on bottom. Now SG takes better of it. And you've held them back in their space for quite some time. Jumping from Tiny. He turns with a soul bomb for the damage, but there's the BKB from the Tiny. Slide across Aegis for 10 seconds. They forced the hand here of the Radiant now, so no Ravage for a good 140 seconds as the Mars Arena. The Astral save the blink away. Tide. He will retreat.
That was a very awkward Ravage there. Oh man, all they traded was a tiny BKB for it too.
Yeah, they get 4 bounty runes.
SG are looking so good right now. I mean, they lost the Aegis, but then they buy themselves another minute or so because the Ravage is on cooldown.
Well, they could probably go in for another crack at this. The Radiant playing under their vision. Trying to wait for SG to come a little deeper. Get close to that Radiant base. But Enigma nearly has Blink. So Blink, BKB, and then Shard is queued up next. KJ feels like he's in such a winning position. He's literally just farming as a pos 5 towards these next huge items for him. Because they are game-winning items. Like, he knows if he gets to this point, he could literally just win the game with that one Black Hop.
It's good. It's good. I mean, he got so much space because the allies are constantly shoving the lanes in anyway, so someone should be collecting all this farm on the map. And now you got this Enigma, who's also like a core at this point. There's a value position 5 Enigma. It's just so scary.
All the powers in. They find the Mirana and the OGA. Avalanche toss back. The OGA is the focus now. Mirana's already focus on him. Soul farming comes through. Pop those chases. The Mirana now catching. The BKB and the blink out there. But the Black Hole. Not even a troll. The spear back. Touches him for a second. Tyler Hunter wanted to join in there as well.
Sorry.
But the OD did die in the end. Avalanche toss again. Domi dead for 70 with no buyback. That's a dieback instantly from the Grimstroke. And SG know they're in a 5 versus 4 if that OD does return to the battlefield. But no Black Hole. Adriano clears through the Mirana, forces yet another buyback. And Astral, is that a Astral save? Yeah, must be the Rubik's one. That's kept Adriano in the running. He can BKB and maybe brings away. Burner has no battle traps. No BKB. Stones up. Burner is dead. Troll Warlord has no buyback. SG have probably just won it. Game 3 victory incoming. Spirit tied up against the Barracks. Mirana dieback as well as Constantine continuing streak. What's the Tide Hunters Rakeel? The final Ravage of the game. SG 5 alive. I want to finish off these buildings. GG's call. Step closer to the major for SG.
I would say one thing that really ruined on this game is the fact that they picked OD and then Rubik stealing Astral just annihilate them in the fights. They don't have a lot of disables, so all those Astral saves, they were so clutch. Then you saw in the last fight, right? The Tiny gets Astraled by the Rubik,